Has this ever happened to you? You tune in to watch Saints Gaming compete at your favorite title, but you end up missing it. Scrolling through Twitter to find results is just such a chore, and it looks like there's no easy way to find out everything you've missed. Luckily, there's a solution. Hi, Millie Bays here, and I'd like to introduce you to St. Clair's Bird's Eye View, the #1 show to keep up with everything about Saints Gaming. Get weekly recaps, see great highlights, hear exclusive interviews with players and staff, and so much more. That's Bird's Eye View, available in podcast or video form at a website near you.
Hello everybody and welcome to St. Clair Rocket League action. We're going to get you right in here. St. Clair green starting off the day with a couple of DQs and getting us into round number 3 already against MSOU Black.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good, or MSOE, sorry, yeah. Black. But yeah, it's going to be a good day here. You know, they came just out of that top 8 positioning for points here lately in this tournament, and you know, they're literally looking to make an answer back here now in this one. So yeah, like you were saying, they start off with a round 1 bye, and then round 2, they have a DQ win, and then round 3, they're going to be coming in here and playing these MSOE team. Really looking to advance to round 4 here now, and this will be a big one if Saints can actually win it, because that put them pretty far in this winner side of the bracket, pretty early in the day, to be fair, which is looking very good for them to potentially place points here.
Being in winner side of the bracket is so crucial. It gives you the extra cushion just in case you do end up falling. Give another chance to move forward in the tournament. Nitrix the shot on net there. A nice save by Pillow to start us off. So a decent amount of offensive pressure here, but nice fake there by Bubbly. Not going to find it though, and will be pushed back forward. So I think so far right now, we talked about their previous tournaments. They have been, Kelpo doesn't give me a chance to talk about it though. He will score the first goal of the game for the side of MSOE and a nice shot.
Yeah, you're going to see Pillow here send it off that corner, and then Kelpo is just right there for the center. No Saints there to stop it. I think it was Nitrix and Kamal just a little bit behind, or sorry, actually Nitrix and Ramen just a little bit behind that ball, and we're not able to capitalize on it. But a little bit of a change of pace here. You know, yesterday we were doing these best of 7s in Rocket League when they were on the NACE playoffs. But now, coming in here, we got the green roster for a change today, and we're in best of 3s here for this open tournament, playing for these points here. So now, you know, things a lot different. You know, you have a smaller margin for error. You know, you only have a couple games to go through, and Nitrix will do just that. Answers back, ties up the scoreline a minute and a half into this one. A beautiful shot there. Another setup from Kamal going to come through, rated off the post, and that is going to be Nitrix off of Pillow's car and into the back of the net. That's going to be a 1-1 game here now, John.
He read Pillow like a book there, knew exactly where he wanted to clear that out to, and was right on top of it. Good job answering back a quick goal with one of their own, and that's what we really like to see. Especially, I feel like lately in Rocket League, both teams have had kind of a problem with the answering back quickly. I feel like once they get scored on, they lose that quickness on their feet, and they kind of stall out and play a more defensive role. But I like seeing some more offense for them moving forward. I think it's going to help them out a lot and how they play the rest of this tournament, because it is best of 3s. Everything is going to be very, very high stakes. So any small mistake you make, if it costs you a game, it could cost you the series.
Yes, indeed it could. So with about 3 minutes remaining here now, the scoreline still sitting even, but the Saints have been doing fairly well putting this offensive pressure on. They're just going to keep firing away as many of these shots as they can, but the over-rotations are looking a little scary here right now. The Saints have been getting fairly aggressive on these offensive plays, and it's been making some of these opportunities for MSOE look a little deadly. Nitrix, though, could get a flick. Not going to be able to capitalize on it. Bubbly Reaper. Oh, what the heck? Bubbly Reaper. Yeah, so that one is going to be sent out from him, and now it is over towards Saints territory. A bouncer, and that might go in. No!
Holy smokes, that was on the goal line for so long. Not able to get it, though. Nitrix with a shot. Going to be turned away here. First couple of minutes have been pretty low scoring, but I definitely think both teams have had some good chances there. A couple of defensive mistakes early, and we're not, I mean, obviously we talked MSOE also got DQ'd in their first 2 matches, so both these teams, although it is round 3, are on their first match of the day, so got to shake some of that rust off early on and try and get used to each other, try and get in a groove, in a rhythm, and establish some momentum here early on in the tournament.
Yes, exactly. So they haven't had any points yet here throughout this the past previous weeks of this tournament, and now they're looking to turn things around here a little bit in this one. With a top 8 finish would actually secure them those points, but it's going to be best of 3s until we get to those qualifying, or not qualifying, but like point placing matches. So we're going to really kind of just see them fire through things here, and staying in the winner's side of the bracket is definitely what you're looking to do if you're St. Clair to really make this day complete. That's going to be a great opportunity. Not going to go Nitrix off the post though. Maybe followed up by another shot. No, Pillow going to send that one to the side.
Ron with a good chance there as well, but Nitrix has several shots this game, and it's really come close. He did end up finding back down on one of them, but has been able to put a lot of offensive pressure on us. St. Clair playing a little further back, just allowing him those opportunities. They need to find us somewhere else on this offensive end. Nitrix not able to get that on net, but chance for Ramen here. They're not going to be able to put that one on net either just yet. Going to be cleared up by Kelpo here. Ramen almost gets the dunk on him. Not able to take advantage of it, and still 1-1 game, just over a minute left.
Yeah, now Nitrix and Bubbly Reaper in a one-on-one. Bubbly Reaper will get it past him, but not on target. But this is going to be a nice center, and this could be a goal. That is going to be off the post, though. Kelpo, you're going to wish you had that one back. That was a great opportunity. You know, you just have a little bit more time to line that one up. You got to take it and use it to your advantage. Another shot, though. Ramen, massive saves coming through from him. Now this ball bouncing towards midfield. Ramen translating this one into the offense. Kelpo looking to play off it here as well. And so far, so now, still a stalemate at 1-1, 35 seconds. We might see an overtime in our first game of the day here, John.
Really good defensive rotations coming through there for St. Clair. Able to get 2 saves back-to-back, able to keep this game tied at 1 apiece. Under 30 seconds remaining here. Next goal will most likely win this game. If we don't see anything, we'll send it to an overtime here in the first game. And I mean, we see this a lot, honestly, in these first couple of games. They tend to be very low scoring because I feel like teams have to kind of establish themselves in these first couple of games of the tournament, and then when they start warming up, that's when the goals start coming through. So I think for this one, it is kind of a warm-up game.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like MSOE got to this match from DQs as well, so both teams, this is their first game, so I mean, we're not expecting anything kind of really crazy to come through scoreline-wise, but there's a nice opportunity, potential goal. That one's going to be sent away, though, and it's going to still be bumped up, but it will eventually touch the ground to send us into overtime. Game number 1 here. Next goal, going to find it, and it's going to take a huge advantage here in this series.
Yeah, Kamal could have had an opportunity to actually bump that one up and go for an aerial, but unfortunately just barely touched the ground there. Ball in front of the net here. This could be dangerous. I think he clears out fast. Nitrix is on the ball there, able to get that one out. For the moment, Reaper able to take this one up, trying to find someone in the middle, but not going to find it. Kamal with a chance here, going to try and dribble through, but no. Turned away, and not a lot of quality chances here in the last couple of minutes. Both teams really solid defensive efforts so far, and just not really allowing anything through just yet, at least for the moment.
Yeah, things are getting very nitty-gritty in the corners here and stuff, so it's not really getting much past that. They're getting cut off in these corners, right? And the centers aren't able to come through, which allows for no decent scoring chances. That's actually great defense from Ramen. That actually just going to get transferred to an offensive play from Nitrix. A nice tip, but it will be Pillow going to be there to shut things down. But another opportunity going to be just outside and sent away. St. Clair, though, Nitrix trying to dribble it in, and these are some of the scoring opportunities that we like to see from St. Clair.
Good job there pushing the player out from the middle there. Oh, Demo going to come
bump,
through, though.
and that's
going to get it. Kamal with a beautiful goal, a Demo on top, and St. Clair take the first goal here, the first game, in just a minute into overtime.
Beautiful. Look at that deke. He's going to just send it right on the redirect onto Kelpo. Kelpo can't really save that one. That is now going to be St. Clair taking that 1-0 series lead. And I just talked about how important taking this 1-0 series lead is. I mean, it's going to put you a huge head start here in the competition in general here in the CCA Open. But yeah, like, I mean, now if you're forced onto MSOE, you have to win 2 in a row. So, like, it's going to make things very, very more difficult on you, especially considering how well St. Clair was playing defensively there, how low scoring of a game is. You just got to try your best, and I think we got to see a little bit more offense here from the side of MSOE.
Yeah, I think the one goal they did get was just a good opportunity for them. They haven't really been able to create their own chances. As of late, they have just been kind of trying to see where St. Clair is going to make a mistake, and St. Clair hasn't really opened up anything there. And, I mean, for me, that third goal there, the winning goal, was definitely just St. Clair creating the quality chance for Kamal, and him with a good move on the goalie there, able to put that one in the back of the net. And then if MSOE want to keep moving forward in this tournament in the upper bracket, they have to try and find similar chances to what St. Clair is bringing to the table, because that's where you're going to find those goals for yourself.
There's a great chance right there, but it will go off the post. Ramen going to send that one away there shortly after, but Bubbly Reaper going to keep this play alive and try to translate to some more. Nitrix going to send it past one defender. Now Pillow looking to fall off and keep this one in play here in the St. Clair territory. It's now going to be bounced away just off the edge of the goalpost and sent over here towards midfield. St. Clair looking to translate this to an offensive play. That's going to be a shot on the net, but a little too high, and now it's going to be the guys with St. Clair now trying to get some boost and translate this once again into a good offensive potential aerial play. But it is now going to be a minute through this one, still zeros.
Yeah, both teams trying to find their way in this game. No goal scored just yet. A couple of opportunities, but haven't really been able to find the back of the net. Haven't been able to turn these good quality opportunities into goals just yet, but we see a lot more fight in MSOE in this game than we did in the last one. I think the chances they've had have been pretty good here. Grauman going to try and center, but not going to be able to get it there. So we'll be stopped for the moment. But MSOE with fighting back in this game. A lot of offense from St. Clair, but there has been an answer.
Yeah, there's been some great attempts here from St. Clair, but nothing able to go here yet. In MSOE, they've had some good shots here as well on net, so both teams getting their quality chances. It's only a matter of time till we see one go in. This is a nice center, but no, we're going to sneak past the player from St. Clair. Ramen going to keep the play alive, though, going to go off the post. He's trying to translate this into a play. Great shot, but Bubbly Reaper just better on the defense.
Yeah, good opportunity there on the double demo from Ramen, but not able to put that one in the back of the net just yet. Ball going to be on net here. This is a dangerous spot, but the demo does not come through there. Pillow goes down. That is a free goal for St. Clair. Shot going to come through, actually. Pillow going to steer it away. Nitrix's shot. No, he's going to miss that one. So we'll go back, but a couple of good quality chances here for St. Clair, trying to find something. But just a good defensive shutdown here so far for MSOE and able to keep this game at 0-0 apiece.
Yeah, St. Clair has had a good run of time on attack here in this past little bit, but that's going to be Ramen missing that one on the aerial. Bubbly Reaper going to send it top shelf. Let's rewatch this one here real quick. Bubbly Reaper going to flick it up midfield over Nitrix, gets around the defender. Ramen, he was just a little too late on that one to come up and actually get that save. Very, very unfortunate stuff there, but a great goal from MSOE. Those are just some of those perfect flicks that, you see them go up there about their peak. They're halfway through, and you're like, okay, this looks really good. This looks really promising. Let's see if this one will translate to a goal. It does there. MSOE going to take a 1-0 lead here. And the winner of this match will go up against Mcgill University here just after this match. I believe 1:15 should be like 5 minutes break, maybe max. So yeah, that'll be right up after this one. Mcgill University will play the winner of this one.
Already the opponent set for them here. MSOE and St. Clair trying to get to that winner's bracket, move on forward, go to round 4, and right now they are up 1-0. They're down a goal in this game, though, so they do have to try and find something here. Their offense the last couple minutes hasn't been nearly as good as it was early on in this game, and they've given MSOE a chance to try and come back in the series, and they really have to find some more opportunities for themselves to score goals because they've really been lacking this game in putting balls on net. I think a couple shots early on have really been the only thing they've had, but the last 2 minutes has just been all MSOE here.
Yeah, completely agreed with you here now, John. So we are looking to get this one continuously going. It's going to be trying to translate this to an offensive play. It will get sent over towards that zone. Ramen is here to play off of it, but it's not going to be the center that he was quite looking for. It's going to be sent back over here towards Kamal in the St. Clair territory. St. Clair's just got to get out of their zone at this point right now and try to force that one into the MSOE territory, right, and just start firing away shots essentially. But that is going to be another goal for Bubbly Reaper. That's going to be off the backboard and in. MSOU. All right, you just sound so much.
I think it's Miami State of Ohio University, but it's Miami State of Ohio Esports.
Yeah,
so
100%, 100%. So MSOE going to just MSO.
We'll
going to be up here 2-0 in this game here now. A great one there going to come through. I believe that was like Bubbly Reaper. Going to find another one there for him, and great stuff overall, to be honest.
Yeah, he's been pretty good so far in this game. Has both goals for the side of MSOE. Nice demo there on the goalie there, but a beautiful save by Reaper out of nowhere off the ceiling. Able to stop that one from going in, and he's just been everywhere along the map. Gets the deke here, finds another touch on net, but not going to be able to hit that one. So Reaper going for the hat trick, almost gets it there. But right now, St. Clair just kind of getting outclassed on the offensive end.
100%, right? And there's another one. That's going to be Pillow tucking it away to the Saints territory net once again. That's going to be the 3-0 lead with 48 seconds. Still looks like we're going to game 3 here, John.
I do have a lot of faith in the Saints on Game 3. I think Green Ross, we've seen them play so many Game 3s so far in these CCA tournaments, and they always seem to come out on top. It just seems
they
like
always win 2-1. They just like to make it a little interesting always.
I mean, it's fun to watch and entertaining for us, but for them, it's always got to be nerve-wracking. And at this point, you are down 3-0. I think you're definitely thinking about that next game, how you want to play it out. And I really want to see them turn it up on the offensive end. I think even in that game, number 1, they didn't win by a significant margin, but it was still an offensive masterclass for them. I think they had way more opportunities than in this one. I think this one they just got stuck in their own end a lot, weren't able to rotate out, and weren't getting the clears to turn into offensive turns.
Yeah, it's really hard dealing with Bubbly Reaper right now, too, if you are from the Saints. I mean, he's been on both sides of the ball, like we both said, and he's been playing very well on the defense, playing very well on the offense, and it's making things very difficult for St. Clair to stop or get around. The scoring opportunities are sometimes, they have some decent shot opportunities, but the goalies from MSOE are just too strong. Maybe St. Clair's got to think about potentially going more of a play style of bumping the goalies out and trying to, find goals that way, because it seems as if there's just always somebody there to stop a shot there from the side of MSOE. But with that being said, we're going to be at a 1-1 series, essentially a best of one here. Now win this game and advance in winners, or lose this game and drop to the losers bracket. Either way, you're still staying in this tournament. It's just, one has a lot better of a result.
Oh, so it's the Milwaukee School of Engineering. So that's why it's MSOE. All right, interesting. No, I've never heard of this school, but I mean, they're 1-1, so I guess we heard of them now.
They're looking good in that game for sure. We definitely know who Bubbly Reaper is here now, so it is going to be the side of MSOE here now looking to pull off a reverse sweep on the Saints, but the Saints are looking to close out and send them packing down to the losers bracket. So we're going to see what happens in just a moment, but it's going to start off with a very close opportunity coming through from MSOE.
We need to see St. Clair move the ball up, find themselves some offensive opportunities like they did in that game number 1. That's going to make the difference here. Chance for Nitrix, but no, going to be turned away. And you really need to find the back of the net here sometime early. I think for St. Clair, they're very momentum-based.
Wow.
And Ramen, that's going to find the back of the net. That is
coast
massive.
to coast.
Massive.
Okay, so he shot this before the center marker. Like, that was like before the even center circle is there. He will find that one. Nitrix going to do some good goalie removing. And it is now going to go bottom corner. I know, it was big. Like, I think that's exactly what they needed to do, because MSOE is really relying on their goalies bad. Like, they are really making sure that, like, okay, hey, you can save this, because they're saving all our shots. It makes sense for them to rely on their goalies bad. But the thing is, if you're St. Clair, there's an easy counter to that. Remove the goalie from the net. Yes, it's going to take another player to have to devote to the goalie, but it's worth it in the end. You set it off with St. Clair leading 1-0, and this is a big lead to have in this decider of a game.
Yeah, for sure. You want to stay up here in the upper bracket. You don't want to have to drop down. Go to that single elimination status there in the lower bracket. You want to have that pillow of safety. And for me, I definitely think St. Clair need to find another goal here sometime very soon. I think that if MSOE is allowed to answer, ooh, that was close. If they're allowed to answer, it's not going to look good for them, because as soon as St. Clair scored in the last one, there was an answer from MSOE, and they turned it around.
Yeah, Kamal trying to play an aerial shot here now. Bubbly Reaper, though, still playing that defensive side very, very well. It's going to be Ramen trying to keep this one in play and try to translate it to something a little bit more potentially, but it's not going to be able to. A Nitrix double demo! Is that going to be a goal still, though? No, Ramen going to send it away now. Bubbly Reaper here going to demo up one of those ones to answer back. I didn't know we were playing an FPS. I didn't know we were playing like a shooter. Like, what's going on here? Demos over and over. This is going to be now back to full strength, and Bubbly Reaper, one-timer from Pillow. Look at this playmaking. This pass is amazing from Pillow.
That is exactly what we wanted to see, and this is what I said. They need to find their own opportunities.
Oh, Kamal put it in.
Oh, Kamal trying to get back to the net, put it in his own one there, and obviously it's very tough to make that save for anybody there. Most likely would have gone off the post and in the net anyway, but I mean, regardless, still MSOE find an answer here with a quality team play, and that's really what we wanted to see from them starting off the series. And now that they're warmed up, we're in game 3, this is when they're pulling it off, and this is exactly where we need to see them do it.
For sure. It is going to be St. Clair back into the offense here right now, but how long will this last? It's been seeming very difficult for them to get some good scoring opportunities here lately. Honestly, St. Clair's first goal was like, yes, they did bump the goalie, that was nice and whatnot, but it was a little bit of luck in my eyes, to be honest. Like, it was a flick that ended up in a nice position of the net where nobody could cover, and you had somebody there to remove the goalie, right? That's a little bit lucky that the shot was there and whatnot, but overall, great stuff from the Saints. But MSOE, they had a really good shot to answer back from Bubbly Reaper. It makes me a little bit worried here now for St. Clair to try to close this game, because honestly, MSOE has been looking just a little bit better.
Yeah, I think they have had that offensive pressure in the last couple of minutes here. St. Clair just really haven't been able to find good opportunities to put it towards the other end. Even if the ball ends up in the side of MSOE half, you see here, it was in the MSOE half, and as soon as Bubbly Reaper got that ball, he able to take it all the way to the other end and not give St. Clair an opportunity. But shot gonna Ramen with a bullet in the middle of the net there, and will score the second goal of the game here for St. Clair and give them a lead. That is so huge.
Kamal right off the side of the board. Ramen going to be there to follow it up. He's going to tuck that right over Pillow. Pillow was not able to answer for it in time. Now we're over halfway through the game. Saints have regained their 1-goal lead in this one. This is a massive 1-goal lead to have right now too as well. So definitely now, do you keep the offense on? Do you play a little bit slower on the defense? What would you do in this position here now, John?
For me, I've watched both of these St. Clair teams throughout the season, and I definitely think the answer to getting these leads is that you need to pressure the other team and keep in the offensive zone and play this more risk-reward playstyle because you are in the lead, you are more confident than the other team is. So if you try and play this defensive playstyle, it's not going to end up well for you because if you make even one small mistake, they're going to score a goal and tie it up. And if you're on the offensive side of things, yes, you are playing a little bit more risky, but if you can give yourself that one goal, give yourself another cushion, that is so huge, and that's when you can kind of breathe a sigh of relief and say, okay, we have a bigger cushion. We don't have to play as risky anymore. We can't play that defensive style.
For sure, indeed. So now it's going to be, since you were talking, it's going to be another minute down on the clock for Saints, and this is where you start to look at things saying, hey, maintaining our 1-goal lead right now doesn't sound too bad, but no, Raman with the hat trick. He wants them to go to winners round 4. No more losers of this stuff and nonsense. It is going to be St. Clair now tracking on a third. Raman's been phenomenal. Lights out in this game number 3. That's going to provide a 2-goal cushion, and this is a way different game here now, John. MSOE have a lot of pressure on them here now to answer back like very soon.
That's what I wanted to see, is going on that offense, and yes, you do end up committing 3 people to that play, but in the end, you get the goal. It works out for you. The demo going to come through. Raman going to find out 4th goal in this game, set up there by Kamal with the demo on the goalie, and he is going crazy in this game number 3.
That makes things feel a lot more comfortable if you are St. Clair. Now with the 3-goal lead, you're forcing MSOE to have to score a goal every 20 seconds, essentially, at this point in time. So St. Clair really got all the cards in their favor right now. And now I think personally, if you're St. Clair, I think you slow it down a little bit. Play, like, don't overcommit to things. It's completely unnecessary at this point in time.
Oh, no.
Okay. This is a little scary. Bubble Reaper going to find one. That's going to be put in the own net, I think, as well.
Yep, that was an own goal there. Bubbly got the touch.
And then Nitrix accidentally hit it again. They both hit it. Raman and Nitrix accidentally both going to hit that one.
It's a couple of
I think they're still all right.
Series.
Scoreline-wise here, yeah, it's been a couple of own goals, but in Rocket League, I find is one of those games that it's really hard to not have an own goal after like a day of playing.
It's true. You end up just being in the wrong spot at the wrong time. If someone blasts the ball off, you ends up in your own net. It happens, but St. Clair have opened up a significant enough lead where even those small mistakes aren't going to make a huge difference. Hopefully, they don't start piling up, because that's when it could get scary for them.
For sure, but that's another 20 seconds burn off the clock. Any second burned right now for the Saints is so big. So for this ball to be in MSOE territory just a moment ago is going to be very big for them to just keep running this clock down. MSOE still having to find 2 goals to send this one to overtime and keep their series hopes alive. Going to be very difficult now as time is continuously dwindling down to 15 seconds here now. And that's another shot opportunity from Raman. Not going to go, and he's looking for a 5th goal in this game. He's looking for a double hat trick.
Yeah, not going to have enough time for it, though. Kamal going to need to get this ball out, and that is probably going to be it here. St. Clair going to take out MSOE here in game number 3. And, I mean, if there's anything that we can rely on, it's usually Saints Green in game 3.
For sure, 100%. Saints Green in Game 3 of Best of 3 series, at least, have been lights out. It's going to be Raman, 4 goals there, working phenomenally. And now we're going to be advancing to go play Mcgill here. So I don't even think we're going to cut to a break. I think we're just going to be vibing on the mic here. Now, John just getting ready to hop right into the next one. But yeah, that's going to be Mcgill University, upper round 4. I believe that's like the round of 16 and winners or something along those lines. It's going to be a good time, and I mean, Mcgill, a little bit stronger of a squad here. I've seen them play a few times, and they've been playing very well. They're definitely one of those better Ontario schools here.
Yeah, I think it will be a little more a challenge for these players. And I think for me, I definitely saw that game number 2, St. Clair, a little bit off the ball. It seemed like they weren't using their momentum the way they should have. And it felt like as soon as they got pinned in their defensive end, they couldn't really get the ball out. They didn't get those quality clears that they wanted. But in that third game, it seemed like the explosiveness came through. As soon as Raman picked up that first goal, it was just one after the other. And he specifically, along with his teammates, just seemed to annihilate the opposition.
Raman essentially right now, to be completely honest, is like probably has like so much momentum underneath him, so much like just fire up after a 4-goal game in a match decider, like so big for him. So I believe we're staying on no break here before we go into Mcgill, just confirming here with production, and then we'll be good to go. Yeah, we're actually going to go into a quick break here real quick before the Mcgill game, but we're going to come back with some more CCA Open Rocket League here as we advance here in this tournament, I believe, into winners round 4 here now. So stay with us. St. Clair College versus Mcgill University coming up after this. Hello, Saints Nation, and welcome back to some more St. Clair Saints Rocket League here today. We're going to be competing here in the CCA Open with the St. Clair Saints green roster. That's going to consist of Ramen,
Nitrix,
Kamal, and Nitrix.
Yeah.
There we go. That's going to consist of those three here. They've been playing very, very well here so far in the CCA Open Fall 2021 series, and it is going to be now going into upper round 4 up against Mcgill University here, another Ontario school. Nice to see that here in the CCA Open League, and they're trying to place a top 8 for points if you're just tuning in now, and they don't have any points yet so far this season, but they've been on the verge, very, very close a lot of times here now, so they're looking to really put the nail in the coffin, hammer it in, and try to take something here, but this is winners round 4. They've made pretty far here now. It's going to be 2 DQ wins here for the Saints, 1 bye, 1 DQ win, and then 1 2-1 win, and now we're going to be here, winners round 4, Mcgill University. How you feeling about this one, John?
Feel like they can do pretty well here. Obviously, they did only end up winning 2-1 in that series, but I think both their wins were pretty dominant wins against MSOE. So I think you're at Mcgill. Obviously, at Mcgill, a little bit highly skilled. We've seen them a couple times throughout these tournaments. So I think in this last meeting, definitely will be a challenge for them. But I think St. Clair can definitely overcome it.
Yes, for sure. I completely agree with you on that one. Mcgill going to be a little bit more tougher of competition than the MSOE squad that we just faced, and St. Clair likes to give us a heart attack as per usual on that one. But yeah, we are just going to be waiting for this matchup to start here just a little bit away. But just a quick update, side point. St. Clair Saints Call of Duty will advance to losers finals in the NACE Star League playoffs. That'll be live at 7 p.m. on the NACE Star League channel. I know it's besides the point from Rocket League, but it's exciting. This is their top 3 guaranteed here in the NACE playoffs, and one of their best opportunities ever to win a national championship. So very exciting stuff. That's going to be at NACE Star League channel at 7 p.m. tonight. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that one. But with that being said, Rocket League still going on here right now. Mcgill and St. Clair. My prediction for this one, I do honestly think Mcgill will probably take this one in a 2-1 fashion.
You're betting against the Saints in game 3?
I just see Mcgill so strong lately. I think they've been playing pretty well, and their team chemistry has been drastically improving. We have the bracket available, so we are going to take a little peek at that. Well, we have an opportunity here, and now we got a little bit of downtime to do a little bit of a review here. So the St. Clair Saints will be playing Mcgill. I don't know what seed Mcgill is. Actually, if we click in on that matchup, should be able to get some intel. It's going to be Mcgill. They're both 2-0. Actually, we can't see seed, but it is what it is, and yeah, so both teams are going to be coming in here. Both teams have been playing strong all season long, but they did get a DQ win in their last game against Platteville. They really took... Well,
I think they've been DQ'd. They must have been DQ'd.
No, they beat New Jersey Institute. Yeah, they beat New Jersey Institute 2-0, but then UW Platteville going to get a DQ win. So they only ever really played one game. So is the Saints. But we'll see what comes through here. Now on the other side of the bracket, it's going to be Norwich and Dalhousie or University in Alabama here coming through to play the Saints in this next matchup if they do win here. But they're making it pretty far in. I believe this is the round of 16, but things are looking fairly good there for them. And we're looking to advance here a little bit further in this bracket, as you can see down below. Actually, is that winner finals right there? Right there? Yeah, that is winners finals. Yeah. Okay, or that's to go top 8. There's a bunch of those. So, maybe not. Yeah, there's 2 of those up here. Okay, yeah, so, hey, if they can win 2 more games, they're in the beautiful positioning here to keep advancing through. So it's going to all start with Mcgill University. We'll find out here in just a minute. But I think we're just waiting on a couple players from their roster. But, hey, Rocket League moves fairly quickly. I can never complain with it.
It's true. It does. And we do see Dalhousie did end up winning that series. They do move on to play against the University of Alabama. So one of those 2 teams will be our opponent in the next round. It will be an interesting one. If we win, I'm predicting Saints take it 2-1. I can't bet against Green in game 3. Like for me, every time I watch their game 3s, I think they've only really lost 1 game 3 where I've watched them. Other times they do usually lose 2-0. So I think for me, if it does go to game 3, I think St. Clair can take it. But based on that last series, I think that if Raman can pop off like we saw him do with the 4 goals in that second game, I think they definitely have a good chance to take the series.
Yeah, it's just something that you can't really rely on, like you need everybody to be, pulling the weight and putting those goals in the back of the net. Raman, he obviously had a great one, game 3. It's always nice to see somebody step up in a decider game, but you just want to see that consistency. I want to see the teamwork really come through. I mean, one thing that I think that could be used a little bit better is just kind of I still think that these goalies could be removed from nets a little bit nicer, and I think that they can do better setup that's not just trying to center the ball and shoot it in. I think
it's hard though because demoing goalies is more about a rotation kind of thing, right? Because a lot of times, the way you cycle through the ball isn't necessarily towards the net. A lot of times, it's you're committing to either getting to the ball or you're committing to getting a corner boost to try and get yourself towards the net, set up for an opportunity there. So committing yourself to the goalie means that essentially, if you don't make it, if you don't get that shot on net, if you don't get that goal, a lot of times it means you're a man down for at least a little bit there because your person is so committed to getting that goalie out. And especially if you don't end up demoing the goal, if you end up missing the goalie, it means you're out of rotation completely and it takes some time to reset it. So it is a very risk reward kind of play style, but I feel like a lot of times it can work out if done properly.
Very risque indeed, and so we are going to be still waiting a moment here. But I mean, honestly, with the same, okay, we got a little bit of a map preview. I love to see this one. These are nice to see, but
cinematic.
Playing on a complete island here. Look at those us spectators in the crowd. But yeah, with that being said, I mean, honestly, I want to see the backboard utilized a little bit more from the Saints as well. I saw it there from the last game in MSOE. They really were using it to their advantage when they could. Maybe not full potential, but they were using it pretty nicely. So, I mean, I'm very much anticipating for the Saints to, I'm not anticipating, I would like to see them use that backboard a little bit more. I mean, it's like, I like to call it the fourth player. It's not really a full-on fourth player, but it's a very helpful thing to use to when you're trying to bank a shot in.
Yeah, it's definitely something that hadn't been utilized quite enough by St. Clair throughout the season. I definitely think they stepped up a little bit more. So we are just waiting for someone to come back from the bathroom here. So it should be just a second, but hopefully we can start us up here sometime soon. And I mean, right now for Saints, it is the last qualifier they're going to be a part of. It is the last CCA qualifier. Unfortunately, they were out of points for a lot of them, so I don't think they'll be in that top 8 for the actual prize pool. But I mean, regardless, placement still matters here, and I really think, you know, it is your last tournament, so you want to give it your all.
The one thing I do like about CCA is even if you, let's say, like, points are top 8 and you place 9th, it's still, like, not the end of the world because that's going to help you out for seeding in the future. Like, CCA takes into note that, hey, you did just come so close and you did win out in a lot of your games, maybe upsetting some of these higher seeds, and it does better them for seed and, like, better placement going into these future games and tournaments and whatnot. So I do like that, you know, there's at least a little bit of a, you know, it's kind of incentive there to, even if you don't place the points, but we are going to see the guys over at Mcgill. They are ready, and everybody's spawning into the map here now. We're just seconds away from getting this one kicked off.
Some action brewing for us here. Game number 1 between Mcgill and St. Clair here to start us off. Round number 5 now in winners?
Round number 4, yes. It's going to be still round 4, but I mean, we only have 2 more rounds left, really, to be honest, if they do win in these next couple. So it could be very big for the Saints. But with that being said, it's going to be game 1 of this best of 3, and I mean, hey, man, these best of 3s, they've been so scary all day. You just got to see the Saints come out early once again. I think that's a big thing, a big milestone, stepping stone to them coming through with the win here is coming out of the gate strong.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm pretty sure I remember last time we played against Mcgill, Batmoose went crazy. He was the reason that they ended up taking that series and forcing us down to losers. So we'll see if he can do it again here. And I really want to see Rahman step up like he did in that second game, scoring 4 goals and giving St. Clair the win there. And that's really going to be the key difference maker here is who can get, whose star can come forward, who can play that great game on the day. And that's really going to make a huge difference here in game number 4 of the day.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So, about a minute in and we're scoreless. Very similar to the last game that we saw where, you know, it's a little bit slower of a start here from both teams. But we should see things get turned up here very momentarily. It's going to be the side of Mcgill looking to send this one into the offensive side of St. Clair. And now lucky for a shot. Going to go right off the backboard. Not able to get the double touch. And that is now going to be sent out towards this halfway marker. But that is going to be fully kept in for the side of Mcgill, making things a little bit more difficult on St. Clair than they anticipated. Now Batmoose going to send that one back in. And this is just all pressure on St. Clair territory right now. This is getting a little bit scary. Thankfully, though, for them, they were able to clear this one.
Yeah, not too many goals scored on here early on in this one. Obviously, both teams, again, it happens a lot. They just kind of feel each other out, see how they play, what their play styles look like, what their rotations are going to be, and just kind of get warmed up here to start off the series. So not too surprised we aren't seeing any goals just yet, but both teams with a couple of offensive opportunities here in the last couple of seconds, definitely trying to find the weaknesses in their opponent's skill. This might be a goal here from the other side of the pitch. So Bry picking up the first goal of the series, a long bomb here from him, from his own net, from his own crease, actually. So St. Clair a little bit out of their rotation there, and it does cost them.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, that's one thing you were talking about in that pregame where I said, hey, if you're going to commit to playing really close to this goal, if you're going to really try to, you know, be bumping these goalies or trying to find a little bit of an opening in the net and by playing very close and up and aggressive. That's one of the big risks. And right, you said the risk and reward is there. The risk was taken, and it didn't work out for you there. So it's going to be St. Clair now falling 1-0 in this game early, but it does look like they might be able to answer back. But I think that was a little bit of a whiff shot there from Kamal. It's not going to be able to connect on the ball. Now back sent over towards the corner. This play is still alive, and the center is through, but not anymore. Bry going to shut that one down.
Chance to put it towards middle here. Will be cleared up by Lucky here in a second, but some good offensive pressure here by St. Clair to answer back. What a goal there. Oh, shot going to come on net. What a save by Rahman there. Lucky with an absolute bullet off the top, and somehow, I don't know how he got to that save, but he did. Really good quality save there. Shot not going to come through, and that's really what we want to see from St. Clair is good defense here converted into good offense.
Yeah, and I do see these ideas coming from the Saints. I do see the gears turning in their heads when they are trying to make these offensive plays. It's just sometimes they're just not working out or not as clean as they'd like them to be, and it's going to result in Mcgill still maintaining their 1-goal lead 3 minutes through this one now. It's going to be all up to St. Clair. They have to turn this defense into an offensive pressure like you were saying, and it is going to be Rahman looking to start this now. He was a star player here in our last series, and he's looking to continue it in this one as Nitrix going to find it top shelf. That's going to tie us up at 1-1 just over 3 minutes through this game.
Top shelf where they keep the peanut butter bride, just not able to clear that one. Nitrix taking full advantage of it. The perfect shot where nobody could get to it. St. Clair tying it up is huge here, getting some momentum back in their favor. Just under 2 minutes left here. Lots of time for both these teams to try and pot another one.
100% here, John. So it's going to be about 1 minute and 45 on the clock, and next goal going to have such an advantage in this series, just plainly from having an advantage with so little time remaining on the clock. So we'll see if St. Clair can translate this one into another offensive pressure. Well, Lucky is getting a pretty big opening, and thankfully for them, it will be sent away for St. Clair.
Nitrix with a nice save there. We'll have the ball up here as well. Batmoose looking to clear. We'll pinch towards the net. That's dangerous. No one from St. Clair there. Bry going to be able to clear it out. So a little bit of a mistake there by Batmoose, but luckily his teammate there, Bry, was able to clear that one out. So a couple good chances here for St. Clair to find themselves a lead, but haven't really been able to put that one in the back of the net. Kamal to center towards Rahman there, but nice save by Lucky, and Lucky will have a chance to clear it here in just a second.
Yeah, so Nitrix was trying to keep this play alive, and Kamal is as well. This might be a decent opportunity, but Lucky will be tapping this one up in the air. Batmoose sending it over back towards St. Clair line of territory. Now Rahman going to be playing this one out. Kamal with a big save going to come through. Bry not able to connect on that goal there. So Lucky and Kamal getting into it midfield. That's going to be a shot on net. Bry quick on the save though. So still a 1-1 game now, 35 seconds, and we might see another overtime in game one of our series for the second time today here, John.
Yeah, Rahman actually had a really good idea there. He bumped one of the goalies, would try to get him into the other one, but unfortunately just out of the way. And a nice save there by Mcgill was able to save them here in this close tie game. 20 seconds remaining. Can one of these teams find the back of the net, or will be forced into a game one overtime like we saw in that first series?
100%. So, I mean, 10 seconds remaining. Assuming we're probably going to see an overtime here now unless something crazy happens in these last few seconds, like maybe this. But no, that's going to be sent away for the Saints. And maybe St. Clair can translate one last offensive push. That's a good shot. Oh, the bump going to send that one up. And Kamal coming down from downtown. Off the ground right before he could. That's the downside, right, of just being on those last-minute touches. It seems as if St. Clair, whenever that's the last-second touch playing keep-up, they always do that where it touches the ground. It's going to go in, but it touches the ground first, and they're forced into the overtime regardless.
And it was so unfortunate, too, because they set up the play so well, but unfortunately, because the way they set that one up, Nitrix was in the net, so Kamal couldn't put it higher. He had to try and go underneath his teammate there, and it meant the ball drove right into the pitch right in front of the net, and it meant they weren't able to score that goal. So a huge chance for St. Clair to end this first game at the 0-second mark, but I will take advantage of it. But still, they're putting a lot of offensive pressure, and it seems like there's no answer. Maybe there will be. Bry with a shot will get that one on net. So Mcgill going to take game number one. A beautiful shot there. Nice tip by Bry.
I got to get
in the back of the net. That was, Nitrix just not able to get there. Neither was Rahman, and that's going to be a 2-1 game.
But that was just such a good opening for MU or Mcgill. I mean, you see the opportunity, you got to take it. They do get the nice flick over there. It will be sent up over to Bry. Bry is just in perfect positioning to tuck that one away, top corner. And that's going to be McGill University taking a 1-0 lead here. St. Clair forced to answer back with 2 now if they do want to advance to winners round 5. And it's going to be pretty difficult there for them against a strong squad like McGill, especially when we've seen low-scoring games like this throughout today. But any predictions here? Does your prediction change now, or what do you think?
I still think St. Clair is going to be okay, but that's a heartbreaker, right? Especially because they had a chance there with 0 seconds left, just couldn't put it in the back of the net, and it does mean the overtime comes through, and just a wonderful shot by Bry there. Seal the deal. So for St. Clair, you kind of got to just think about it. Oh, nice fake there by Kamal. Not going to find the back of the net, though. Bry with a save. But already good chances here early on for St. Clair.
He almost snuck it by Bry there, too. And there's another one that's going to be dribbling towards the net, but won't go. Bry going to be able to play that one off it again. And, you know, Bry's been having a great game for himself here so far throughout this one. Got to give credit to that, too. Lucky sneaks it in, just like a little credit card slot kind of shot there. I mean, he literally had, like, no room. As you see Raman driving towards that ball, he's going to get it just through. I mean, Raman's so close to getting that one away, but MU going to take an early 1-0 lead. That makes things very scary for St. Clair.
Calculated as anything there. Beautiful shot, and it does mean the lead goes up to 1-0 now for Mcgill with a chance. Kamal going to tie it up, though, right in the top shelf. Kamal finding the answer here for St. Clair early on in this game.
Phenomenal shot. You're going to see him wall ride there. Going to dismantle that wall at the perfect time when he sees that opportunity come to light. Lucky not able to get on top of that ball. It's going to be St. Clair able to tie things up. We're only 27 seconds in, and we're fairly higher scoring, than the 27 seconds into that last game.
Yeah, I think both teams have felt each other out. They know how they want to play around it, and just finding those good opportunities. And both of these shots just exceptional. And this is what we're talking about, right? They need to make themselves opportunities, give themselves chances to get leads here or to tie things up and score goals. And that's what both teams have done so far in this game. And, the further we go on in this series, I think we'll see some more of that kind of play where you find yourself an opportunity. You're not waiting for mistakes to happen. You're just making your own opportunities to score goals.
100%. So, Raman, nice demo there on to Bry. Batmu's going to get a shot onto net. And Kamal going to get a flick over, a potential shot onto Mcgill's net, but will be saved there from Lucky. Now it is going to be St. Clair in the orange, still trying to make something happen here. Kamal off the backboard, using that fourth player once again. The double touch, no, not going to go. Bry sends it towards the corner. It's going to force Kamal to fall back onto the defense.
A good chance there for Kamal, turned away by the defense from Mcgill. So, St. Clair leaving him on their toes right now. And Kamal with a chance here, going to center it for Nitrix. Nitrix going to find the bottom corner there. Puts it, tucks in that left corner, and that is excellent play there. Kamal setting up a good opportunity for his teammate, and Nitrix putting that one in the back of the net.
And this last, 75, 80 seconds, I'd say St. Clair's looked a lot better. I know it's only been 2 goals, and, they do take this lead in this game, but overall, just their play style looks better. They really found what Mcgill is having going wrong, like with their defense, and they're capitalizing on it so much. This backboard's been used a lot more from St. Clair lately, and it's providing for some amazing opportunities. That one's going to be bouncing right in front of the net. Not going to go, but St. Clair is still providing these golden ticket opportunities here to try to find something in Mcgill's territory.
And every time this ball ends up back in St. Clair's territory, it just seems like they're able to clear it out as soon as possible. You see here now, Kamal actually going to get demoed there. So it means a chance here for Mcgill to try and do something, but no, will be cleared up by Raman. Bry with possession of the ball. Lucky's going to get it as well. This is dangerous territory. They're going to have to clear this out sometime soon. No, they won't be able to. Batmoose going to pick up the tying goal there for Mcgill.
See, that ball was just dribbling in too deadly of a spot. Lucky with that flip there, going to make things massive. And then deking out Nitrix, going to allow it all up to Kamal. He had the right idea, but I feel like that's like when you're in soccer and you're like
smacked by the someone else.
Yeah, hey, it happens to the best of us.
What do you
But yeah,
do?
Kamal's gonna be a net there, and honestly, my equivalent to what just happened there was like a free kick in soccer, right? You're a goalie, you have one player right in front of you, he can shoot anywhere in this massive net behind you, and you just have to try to take the gamble a little bit and try to play off that one. But Mcgill gonna find that goal 2-2 halfway through this game. This is anybody's to take still, John.
Yeah, definitely a chance here for both teams trying to find some redemption here. St. Clair still fighting for their spot in the upper bracket, trying not to fall down again to Mcgill and go down to losers, trying to find some redemption against this team. But for right now, I think the last couple of seconds here have definitely been Mcgill favor. They've been able to put some offensive pressure on, which they haven't really been able to do in the second half of the last game and even in the beginning of this one. And trying to find the equalizer chance here for St. Clair, but not going to be happening, will be turned away.
Yes, indeed. Nitrix, nice demo. They're going to take down Batmoose. And an awesome opportunity from Kamal, but not going to go now off the post of the Saints. And they're looking to translate this once again into an offensive play. It's going to be Nitrix coming in hot with Raman there, but it will not go early in this one. Now Lucky trying to deke out Kamal, but it is not going to work out well for him. Bry, though, going to send this one back towards the corner, and this might be MU now looking to translate to the offense, but no, St. Clair keeping it in that Mcgill zone.
They've been pushing it towards the sides on the offense for St. Clair, but haven't really found anything towards the center. They are just looking for an opportunity here. Kamal going to try and find it, but no boost available for him, so he's just going to cream it off the backboard there. Nitrix with a pass towards the middle, but Bry going to get there to clear that one out. So again, just a little push here by St. Clair. Ooh, that's a pass to Bry though with an open net, but doesn't go for it. Going to opt for a pass towards Batmoose. Batmoose the shot, going to go over the crossbar, not going to go towards the net. So another chance here for Mcgill to try and open up this lead to give themselves a win in the series.
I think St. Clair is playing a lot less like a goalie heavy and defensive heavy as Mcgill. It's making me very scared and paranoid because they'll come back from the corners, or come back from rotating from the offense to play these defensive saves. Meanwhile, Mcgill has players in net ready and waiting, and it just makes the scoring opportunities for Mcgill look a little bit nicer here, as St. Clair sometimes are out of position there, and that's mainly when St. Clair gets caught getting scored against is out of position.
It is how they like to play, though. It is more of a risk-reward play style rather than sitting in your own net waiting for your opponent to make a mistake, which a lot of these top-tier teams don't usually make. So for me, I think I like St. Clair's play style. I like the fact that they're going for this a little bit more risky. It means you give yourself more opportunities to score, and yes, it does mean that if you don't convert, there's a big response. But for right now, St. Clair down 1-0 in the series, need to find something on the offense to win this one and bring us to a Game 3.
Yeah, it's looking like potential overtime here for Game 2 already. And, I mean, this is going to be the third overtime we've seen today. St. Clair's been battling through these already all day long. And with 5 seconds remaining, this one might be ending up in regulation, but doesn't look to be the case. Kamal trying to send it into an offensive play, but off the ground, we're going to see overtime once again. It's the third one we've seen today. Like I was saying, we've actually seen more overtimes than we have seen in regulation, but the winner of this match will be going up against Dalhousie University at 145. So Dalhousie will take down the University of Alabama over there.
Yeah, in that bracket. And right now, in overtime, St. Clair trying to stay alive in this upper bracket. Mcgill trying to move on, trying to play Dalhousie here. But St. Clair definitely an opportunity here. Nitrix trying to find something in front, but not going to be able to get it. Will be moved out of the zone here. Nice stop by Kamal, but another clear going to come through for Lucky. Nitrix going to get there in time. Yes, he will win the 50-50, be able to clear it out.
Yeah, so this is going to be bouncing around here towards midfield, and we're about 40 seconds into this one here now in overtime. And honestly, in the last 3 minutes of this game, we really haven't seen a crazy amount of scoring opportunities from either side, really. Maybe a little bit more from Mcgill, but both teams really haven't had any sort of crazy openings in this past 2-3 minutes.
Nitrix chance here. Lucky with the better save, though, will be able to get that ball out here. And St. Clair on the precipice, we're going to lose this bracket. Need to find something. Nice double bump there, but Rahman going to be able to clear that one. So good try there. Good opportunity for Mcgill, but luckily Kamal there, last person that able to save that one. Shot going to come through though. Go in. What a shot by Nitrix in overtime. Absolutely beautiful off the crossbar, and you can't get better than that.
It just squeezes. Look at squeezes in there. Lucky gets a touch, but not enough. St. Clair take Game 2. And we're seeing a Game 3, John. It's going to be a Game 1 there for Mcgill in overtime. Game 2 win for St. Clair in overtime. Now Game 3, I'm only anticipating to see an overtime.
This is crazy series. Double overtimes here. One apiece, both teams claiming one. And game number 3, it's going to be so exciting. I think they're taking a second to breathe here and decide how they want to play out this game number 3. And I think for me, I like their play style of being aggressive and looking for opportunities. I think for me, Mcgill just waiting for the mistakes that St. Clair is making up and taking those and converting them does mean, yeah, we're going to have a disconnect here. So maybe a little bit of internet issues or something. We'll find out in a second. But anyway.
Well, I hope not. He's in the nest.
True.
So, yeah, we will see that one. So we are just going to have a little quick minute here as we do wait for these teams to carry on in just a moment. But 1-1, John. I mean, this one, it's been a very interesting game. Honestly, very interesting day for the Saints green roster here so far. A couple of tough teams.
Overtimes.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. So we are just going to have a quick game reboot there over in the nest for Ramen. No concerns at all. It's going to be a good time. I mean, I know the guys are all in there. The whole Saints green roster is in the nest right now. It's good to see. We do have Nitrix, Ramen, and Kamal all in there. Big party animals getting the place bumping.
It's nice. And I mean, for me, I think this series definitely is a tale of 2 steps up in overtime. It has been 2 overtime games both times, and it has been, I think it was Bry in that first game who scored the overtime goal, and then it was in this one, Nitrix with a beautiful shot off the backboard. And you were talking about specifically in that game how much you want to see them use the backboard, and I think both of their goals were scored off of opportunities off the backboard, so they definitely took your advice and used it to be able to convert this game.
I mean, it's so big because, like, it's like, okay, you can send it towards the backboard, and then usually you'll see the car that's in the net jump. Even though that ball isn't going in the net, it looks close. So it bounces off the backboard, and then this car's already up in the air, but you're up in here ready to just bounce this one in, and that car is completely out of position, but they put themselves out of position. You're not having to risk a player to try to draw these players out of position. The backboard is a really good way of kind of like almost like tipping a shot, where it's like you can like kind of completely redirect things. You can completely change the path of where this ball is going, and it really distracts or confuses the goalies there, and it makes it very, very hard to react to what the play is.
Well, it's so hard, right? When you're playing as a goalie, if a shot's going off the backboard, it's so much easier for the player going at it from the other side of the field to know where they want to direct it and where this ball is going to go. Whereas if you're the goalie, you're looking straight up, but you're also looking at where the other player is coming from, where you have to meet that ball. So it takes a lot of very, very quick decision making, a lot of split-second reactions, and it's a very mechanically intensive thing to try and navigate these backboard reads and be able to take advantage of them.
Yeah, so we should just be a few seconds here. We are just going to be loading into this game here now, but this is a big game. The winner is going to go play Dalhousie right after this, so there is a game right after this regardless. I think unless you go to losers, there might not be one ready yet down there, but it is going to be the St. Clair. Like, this is a big opportunity. If they can win here and go up into that next match against Dalhousie, even if they lose against Dalhousie, they're in beautiful positioning. And sorry, if we lose, we don't play till when? 2:30. So it is 1:45 right now. Yeah, so I mean, pretty interesting stuff, but it is going to be a very important game here right now. That's what I mean. Like, if St. Clair can just win one more in winners, it helps them so much in that loser side of the bracket, even if they lose eventually in winners. Yeah. Because they'll be in, like, winners finals almost essentially at that point in time. So we do see everybody spawn in. A lot on the line here, John. Win this game, you play another game right after against Dalhousie. Lose this game, opponent TBD at 2:30. So we'll see what happens, but very, very excited. I'm really hoping that the Saints can keep up their trend of finding Game 3 wins.
And I like the fact that you predicted 2-1 for Mcgill. I predicted 2-1 for St. Clair.
One of us will be right.
We get a Game 3, so one of us is going to be right here in our predictions, but this game will definitely determine who that one will be. Kamal with an opportunity here early on, but not going to find it. Will be cleared up by Bry. Bry going to send it back the other way. Not going to get anything here. A nice clear, and I mean, I expect this game to be pretty low scoring again. I don't think either of these teams really wants to make mistakes, so it does mean they will be playing a little bit safer. I think that will favor Mcgill, though, so St. Clair does kind of need to turn it up, get some offensive explosion coming, because that's where they found their groove, and that's where they got advantages in that game number 2.
Yes, 100%. So this is going to be immediately sent in Mcgill territory. This is nice St. Clair for the start. They haven't really had too many shots against them so far starting this one off. It's probably a good feeling, and actually a shot on net going to be a little wide from Ramen. You wish you had that one back, but it's not going to go. And you know, it's nice because they haven't really had to go too hard on the defense yet until that one and that one there. And that's St. Clair overcommitting on the offense right there. Prime example.
Ramen with a nice save there, but unfortunately just no one able to
actually, maybe not. Did they just none of them have boost?
No, they triple committed to that save, and so they weren't able to turn around in time. And that means that the ball did end up going in. So just a small mistake there by the side of St. Clair. And in this game number 3 in winner's side, you can't afford to make those kind of mistakes.
Yeah, so it is a very good one there from the side of Mcgill to get that big goal and to open it up for St. Clair. Kamal with the demo, going to get a shot as well. Lucky there on the save. Ramen fires away another shot actually as well. Great rebounds there from the side of Mcgill. But it is now going to be the side of St. Clair putting it into the offense. Once again, rolling in front of the net. Ramen and I believe that was Kamal had a great opportunity there to try to find something, but it will not go. Just trickles along the side of the net.
Some opportunities here early on for Mcgill have come through. St. Clair just can't seem to find it. Oh, double commit there on the save. They are able to get that pinch out of the zone, though. Very, very lucky there. Able to save that one. Nitrix with an opportunity here, but not being able to take advantage of it. Bad moves with a nice clear out to his teammate there. Kamal trying to find someone in the middle here. Ramen going to go up for it. Not going to win the 50-50, though. We'll come back to him. And St. Clair trying to push it towards his offensive end, but don't really have as much coordination as they did in game number 2.
Yeah, so we do see the side of Mcgill once again in the offense, making things a little bit concerning here for St. Clair. And I think I said Mcgill was another Ontario school earlier in the stream, and they're from Quebec. I think they're in Quebec. Yeah, another Canada school is what I meant there, but I'm just realizing on that now. I was just thinking about it in the back of my head. But we're about halfway through this one almost, and McGill still leading 1-0. St. Clair really wanting to turn things around. Like I said, how important of a game this is here for them, right? I mean, like, you need to win this one if you're St. Clair to advance in winners. You do not want to go down to losers early. There is such an advantage of staying in this upper side of the bracket. And Nitrix with a beautiful opportunity, but it will go a little wide for St. Clair now halfway through this one.
That was a free chance to tie the game, just didn't hit the net there. Unfortunately, he's going to want that one back next time for sure. And a breath of life there for Mcgill. Definitely a chance for them to be have a tie game here, but just weren't able to take advantage of it. Ramen, ooh, he gets through too, though. Going to go on net. What a save by Batmoose, though.
My goodness,
able to get to that ball
Batmoose.
before the side of St. Clair. That was massive.
Batmoose has got to be like some sort of MVP in this game. Now bar down trickles along the net once again. You know what the scariest thing is? When you see half the ball in the net and the other half outside of the net, it is the scariest thing in the whole entire world for either team who has to defend that one. It is going to be a shot on net a little too fast, a little too high. A great pass from Batmoose, going to result in Lucky being able to find the back of the net. Mcgill now leading 2-0. John, I'm very, very worried for St. Clair here now. They haven't been down by 2 in a while in this series, if not at all.
Yeah, they seem very flat-footed in that defensive rotation. Just even though they had boosts, just couldn't seem to get to those balls. And every time a 50-50 went up, it was won by Mcgill in that series. So in the end, it does mean they end up picking a goal here. Shot going to come through, but Ramen with a better save. And St. Clair going to need some explosive offense here if they want a chance to try and come back in this one, or else they're going to be sent to losers bracket.
With a minute and a half remaining, I think St. Clair should start triple committing. I think that it's time.
I don't know if I went with that drastic.
I think so. Like, I mean, I think it's just so hard right now to get past this Mcgill defense that St. Clair's it's gonna have to take a little bit of work and a little bit of time, and you're gonna have to dedicate like a minute or so of triple committing to potentially rack up 2 goals here. And it is gonna be Ramen and Kamal trying to find a play, but that one's once again sent off to corner. And these are shots that you need to hit if you want to advance into this tournament.
Yeah, that's the story of this game, number 3. St. Clair, multiple opportunities to score goals, just haven't been able to hit the back of the net here. That's going to be actually 2 players hitting each other there. Kamal pass over to Nitrix here, but not being able to find the back of the net, so a chance
Great
there
try.
again. Wasn't able to take advantage of it, and it's just so hard, right? Because you saw how many chances St. Clair had in this game, but Mcgill just up to the task.
Yeah, and it's going to be Mcgill on the offensive here once again, bouncing around towards midfield. Mcgill doing a really good effort, or a really good job, of burning this clock down and just not allowing anything to come from it. Kamal will find the corner, so they do still have an option to work with here now. There's 32 seconds, 1 more goal to force an overtime in this game 3 is what's needed here. It's obviously a sign of life, but still, the odds are very stacked against St. Clair here.
Kamal with a really good read on the goalie there, able to put that one in the bottom corner, and 32 seconds left. Still a lot of time for St. Clair to work, but definitely have a chance here. Kamal with the aerial has lots of boost. But a nice save by that Bride to clear it out towards the side. Chance to go back towards the middle. He will clear it out yet again, but St. Clair with some offensive pressure here. This is what they need. 20 seconds left, trying to stay in this upper bracket.
Yeah, for sure. Kamal's been doing a very good job of keeping this play alive. Until then, Batmoose will be able to send that one. But it is going to be Nitrix keeping this one alive still. And that's a shot! That's it! Ramen ties it! 8 seconds on the clock! Game 3! Are we going to see overtime in like every game here? Like, what is happening? St. Clair going to go huge. Ramen has been lights out all day. What a play from St. Clair.
That was a 400 IQ read there. Knew exactly what Lucky wanted to do. Flip forward. Oh, Lucky going to get it past 2. This could be dangerous here. Boost for Batmoose in the middle. Going to go for the aerial here. Really put it towards that. No, going to be denied.
Wow.
And bring us to overtime. This is a
goodness.
crazy series. Holy smokes.
St. Clair has to watch Batmoose like a bat, literally. Like, you cannot let this guy get behind you right now. He has been so consistent for Mcgill today. I mean, like, yes, we do see these other players from Mcgill come through pretty big, like Bry, but it's just one player that really points out is Batmoose, the consistency of him, and you just can't give him any sort of opportunity here. St. Clair trying to translate this one still on the offense, and that's just on a free goal. That's just a free goal for the side of Mcgill there. St. Clair extremely over-rotate on that play. The commitments here. Kamal going to bounce that one off Batmoose, and Batmoose on a bad bounce for St. Clair, just going to completely open up this opportunity. Mcgill going to take this one in overtime, and St. Clair will drop to losers. GG's to Mcgill overall. That was a great one there, but honestly, I'm a little upset. That's how that game ended. I'm very upset.
That was a very disappointing goal to end us off. That was just an unfortunate bounce there for St. Clair. Nitrix not able to get at that ball, and after all the crazy hype that happened through that entire series, to end it off on that kind of note, a little bit sour.
Yeah, it is a little bit sour indeed for sure. So next matchup, not going to be here until 2:30. Matchup is not ready yet as well, so we will have to wait on the intel who are playing and whatnot there in that regard. But Mcgill going to clean up against St. Clair Saints Green 2-1 here in round number 4 of the winner's side of the bracket in CCA Open Fall 2021. St. Clair, it's just a really heartbreaker loss there for them to just allow that overcommit dribble of a ball kind of flick. Like that was from a Batmu shooting it from his own corner. Just a really tough one to lose there. But I think that as long as they can keep their mental okay, they'll do just fine here in losers. They just got to really find these small mistakes and remove them from their playstyle. I mean, I know it's much easier said than done, but you know what I mean.
That was and it's so sad too because that was an incredible comeback in the last minute there.
Sure.
Like the fact that they were able to score 2 goals,
in
one
40
with
seconds.
8 seconds left there, and it ends like that. It's just a heartbreaker for them, and it's nice to have that you have this little break now. You've got half an hour-ish of time before your next game because you have to have that mental reset, right? Like you definitely could have had that series, you had it in the bag, and then you ended up just losing in overtime like that. It's got to be rough on them. So nice to have a little break and mental reset for this losers bracket run.
Yes, 100%. So we're going to be right back here. We do have a bracket available, so we can see where the Saints have dropped to. I believe if it's updated, we'll hope so. We'll hope that they're on the ball with this one. Yes, it is. So St. Clair Saints Green will be playing the winner of BGSU, UFTB, or Michigan Tech. Those are the one of 3 options of teams that we will be playing here going forwards. I'm fairly confident against all those teams for St. Clair, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I think so too. I think for me, St. Clair easily could have had this series several times, especially in that game number 3 we talked about. They had so many chances to score goals. They just weren't able to put those in the back of the net. So I think for me, they can make a pretty deep run in losers bracket here and can definitely move forward and try and get into that top 8 position from the losers bracket.
Yes, for sure. So with that being said, guys, we are going to slowly wrap things up here now just for the next, half hour, 25 minutes or whatever it is, whatever it may be. Maybe grab a quick little snack, get some drinks for you viewers back at home. But we'll be right back with you guys in just a little bit here with a losers matchup. I think it's like round 6 or round 5, something along those lines. But stay with us. My name is Jackson Brad Brown, joined alongside John and Bill Bangs Udima. You guys are watching some St. Clair Saints Rocket League. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
Has this ever happened to you? You tune in to watch Saints Gaming compete at your favorite title, but you end up missing it. Scrolling through Twitter to find results is just such a chore, and it looks like there's no easy way to find out everything you've missed. Luckily, there's a solution. Hi, Millie Bays here, and I'd like to introduce you to St. Clair's Bird's Eye View, the #1 show to keep up with everything about Saints Gaming. Get weekly recaps, see great highlights, hear exclusive interviews with players and staff, and so much more. That's Bird's Eye View, available in podcast or video form at a website near you.
Welcome back, St. Clair Nation. It is going to be some more Rocket League action coming your way here now in the CCA Open Fall 2021 tournament here. It is going to be week 4, I think it is, of this tournament, and it is also going to be St. Clair Saints in lower round 6 right now, about to go up against Michigan Tech. Going to be a blood battle here down in this lower bracket. A lot of work to do now for the Saints if they do want to qualify, or not qualify, place points here now through the lower side of the bracket. Going to be a little bit more of a challenge. They're going to have a little bit more work to do down here. So, John, how you feeling about this one?
Well, I mean, in their winners bracket against Mcgill, it was a very, very close game. All 3 games went to overtime, and in the end, Mcgill did end up winning. But I think for St. Clair, they played really, really well in that series. They had a lot of good offensive chances that they didn't really take advantage of. So I think they'll be able to go pretty far in this lower bracket before they're taken down by one of these teams.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think that they should be okay to get the first 2 under their belt with fairly confident and fairly well. Might get a little bit tougher after that for sure, but we'll see. I mean, honestly, this lower bracket is a little bit harder to judge with predictions and whatnot there because it's mayhem. It's chaotic. This is where you see upsets happen more than the less. And the lower bracket, just an absolute mess sometimes. So it is going to be the players loading into the matchup here now, and we are going to be hopping into game number 1. Let's get started. It is going to be St. Clair in the orange and Michigan Tech in the blue.
Should be a good game here. Spooky Ninja TV. We got Stu, and can't quite see the other play yet. But regardless, I think St. Clair will take this one. My prediction is going to be a 2-0 for them. I think they take this pretty confidently. They've had some time to rest after the last game. Had about half an hour or so to rejuice, get ready for this game, and I think they're going to be able to come out swinging here.
All I'm saying is one of these cars is making a squeaky noise every time they jump, and it's really throwing me off. But yeah,
I love those sound effects.
Yeah, the sound effects, the trails, so interesting. This game's so pretty. But yeah, it's going to be 0-0 starting us off here. 40 seconds through things. These best of 3s as well are just so scary. Like, we see it constantly week after week. You know, you'd much rather be playing best of 5s here, right? But no, you do not have the time for that. You do not have the opportunity to make those small mistakes that you might in best of 5s. No, you can literally, there's very little margin for error here now in these best of 3 series. That's going to be Stu with the redirect from Ninja, and that is going to be the cleanup for MTU to connect on their first one there.
What a tip there by Stu. Perfectly placed in the top corner. No chance for Kamal to even get to that ball. It does give Michigan Tech an early lead, and I was saying St. Clair would take this 2-0. I'm not so confident in my prediction anymore.
I really do think that this lower bracket actually has a lot more to offer than we would think skill level wise here, as we do see Stu almost ready to put in another, and that's actually another shot barred down. This is trickling on the goal line, and that's very lucky for St. Clair. That one's not going into the net. So yeah, like I was saying, I mean, the level of skill level down here in the lower bracket is a lot stronger than you'd honestly anticipate. Wow, and nice shot from Nitrix, though.
Nitrix finding the back of the net there. Unfortunately, just no boost for the goal to get back to that one. It does mean we'll pick up this opportunity on not really that great of a shot there. Yeah, just unfortunately, Stu didn't go for the boost pad there. Wasn't able to get to it, but in the end, just an opportunity seen by Nitrix will tie up the game at 1 apiece, just over a minute and a half into it.
For sure. So it's a nice one there to at least answer back if you're St. Clair. Looked concerning there to start us off, but I think St. Clair making us a little bit more reassured that things should be all right now with that goal. So we've got about 3.5 minutes here now to separate the differential. St. Clair obviously looking to try to take a lead here in this one. It's going to be a little bit of a battle. Stu, been a player to watch for sure. I mean, it's only been a little bit early in this game, but you can definitely tell that Stu is going to be one of the problems here for St. Clair going through this series. But that's going to be some nice shots there in the air, but St. Clair quickly to defend.
Does get the flip reset, but isn't able to find a teammate there in the middle. So St. Clair will be able to clear this out here in just a second. Kamal with a chance to possess, but Nitrix going to take it for himself. Looking for a shot here on net. Stu going to be able to deflect that. And so far, I think Stu has done so well on both sides of the ball. Has been. Oh, Ramen with a nice shot there. Finds the back of the net, threads it through the needle between those two defenders, and able to put this to a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot there from Ramen. You see him just roll the car around, gets it right into the center of the net, and that's going to be now St. Clair taking a lead like you were saying. And honestly, 2 minutes and some change into this game, it's nice to have that one goal leading. Kamal potentially with another immediately sends it back into the offensive side. Nitrix now looking to make a play. That's a shot on net, and that might be a tip in from Kamal. So close, but a great try there nonetheless. Now Ramen playing off of this one, and it seems as if MTU is really starting to struggle a little bit more here now. Now you're starting to see the skill level from St. Clair really start to come through as they just hammer this offensive side.
And we talked about earlier, every time these teams play each other, it seems like they take the first little bit, couple minutes there, feel each other out. Doesn't get too chaotic until we get about 2-3 minutes in. That's when both teams really start turning it up here, especially going into game 2. That's when they really start going for these plays. But for right now, I really feel like St. Clair has kind of got a good idea of what they want to do. They want to get this ball to Stu, set Stu up for success here along the side of the arena, and that's really going to be the game plan here for MTU moving forward.
You can see that's the game plan, like, clear as day right away, minute into this game. St. Clair's definitely reading that and looking to always keep an eye on Stu towards this edge wall side, right? Because he's going to be the first one there to potentially have a breakaway or some sort of opening for a goal. And this is actually going to be an intense one-on-one, but it will be defended there quickly from the side of St. Clair. Now Kamal looking to play off this one here as well, but Rahman sends it over towards the corner. St. Clair translating this into an offensive play. They're looking to at least, and now it is going to be Kamal also fighting for this one right in front of the net, sent away, and another shot on Trickles. Nitrix is in the right spot at the right time. St. Clair going to benefit from that.
Yeah, saved, bailed out his teammate there. Unfortunately, Kamal just couldn't get that ball out. Does get saved by Nitrix there, but some good offense pressure here from the side of MTU. Be able to put a lot of pressure here on St. Clair. Wow. Nice save there by Kamal, but it's looking bad here. Every time that St. Clair manages to clear it out, MTU just brings it back to the other side, gives themselves a good quality chance, and are trying to get back in this game.
Yeah, 100%. And honestly, St. Clair, a lot of these saves have been very, very sketchy and very close. Like that one right there was like, he was like half inside the net when saving that ball. So a little bit scary, but nonetheless, still a 2-1 scoreline for the Saints. They're still leading in this one, and they're still maintaining that lead. And it is going to be Kamal just completely deking out his opponents there, but he will not be able to connect on that full goal. It's going to be set off the crossbar now from Kamal and a demo through, and this is now going to be back towards St. Clair. I don't know how they constantly get it back into St. Clair's zone. The clears are pretty good for MTU.
The problem is that St. Clair isn't really taking possession of it outside. They're just trying to clear the ball out towards the sides, and it does waste a lot of time for the side of MTU because you have to bring it all the way back up to the other side of the pitch. But for St. Clair, we're talking about they need to find these bigger leads because that's what happens. Rahman finds a bigger lead for St. Clair, does exactly what he needs to, and pulls us to a 3-1, and most likely the game.
Yeah, I mean, that one is really going to be the one that makes you feel a lot more comfortable, right? Because you were just sitting there clearing the ball, playing off that 1-goal lead, trying to find some sort of an opening, but it really works out for you now, and you do have that 2-goal lead. You set up with a goal, and now with 25 seconds remaining, MTU's desperate. They got to hammer away. They have to triple commit this offense. They have to do whatever they can to try to get something to happen here, and here's might be a little bit of a start, but, I mean, overall, there is defense on that play. Nitrix has been phenomenal here in the net in this game. That will be a demo from Spooky, but the time, I just don't know if we're seeing this as a possibility, especially when Kamal is making saves like that as well.
No, this is going to be it here. 5 seconds remaining, but not going to be enough for Michigan Tech University. Will run out of time here. Game number 1, and St. Clair will claim it no matter what happens at the 0-second mark. So looking forward into game number 2 now, I definitely think for MTU the gameplay needs to be get Stu the ball more. I think it worked out for them in the first minute. That's why they produced that first goal. But I think after that, Stu kind of fell off. It wasn't really taking his offensive opportunities, and he needs his teammates to try and set him up for some more stuff because that's really going to be key for them.
I think St. Clair looked a lot better in the second half of that game too as well. Honestly, they looked the best in the middle of that game, like right in the thick of it. They did very well there, and they really just kept that offensive pressure going. I'm even emphasizing it like crazy. St. Clair's offense is so good. Keep that pressure to the floor. Keep it going. Pedal to the metal. But don't over-rotate. Watch your over-rotations. It gets very concerning. Game number 2, locked and loaded, hopping into this one. St. Clair leads 1-0 in the series, and they are definitely looking for another right here. They do, like, if you're the green roster, you're done with game 3s. Like, I feel like, personally, despite, winning 90% of them, you're done with them, and Nitrix showing just that, finds one very early, 7 seconds into this one, right off a kickoff, bounces it off the wall, in the corner, now takes it alone, just dekes up both these defenders all on his lonesome. What happened there for the side of MTU?
Nitrix just did all the work, was able to beat one defender, beat the second, and the third one just didn't really have anything to do. He saw his 2 teammates get absolutely destroyed there and was like, all right, you know what, I'm going to try, but he couldn't stop him from putting that one in the back of the net. Nitrix had a goal, and he achieved it and gave them a really, really early lead here in game number 2. And like you're saying, they want to go just 2 games here. Oh, but they're going to deny that one. Spooky Ninja will find the back of the net for the first time in this series for the side of MTU.
Yeah, it's a very nice goal there from him. Just comes down from on top of the ball. And rather than lifting the ball like a lot of these players do when they do get these shots, right? It'll usually take a trend upwards when they do get the shot. That one, since he hit it from the top down, it actually will be a very, very nice opportunity there to really throw off the goalie and say, hey, this ball's actually coming low. I thought this was going high. And it's going to result there. MTU finding the back of the net. St. Clair forced to find another one here if they do want to have a lead in this game.
Oh, Pro Fiber with a beautiful tap there. Almost put it in himself, but Stu able to clean it up on the backside there. Beautiful touch there off the back wall. to his teammate. What a pass,
What a
dude.
touch up top.
Puts that one in the back. You can't get a better pass than that.
No, that's phenomenal work there from MTU. The chemistry, the teamwork, it just looks like a beautiful goal there. Those are one that you can watch over and over and really just still be happy with no matter what. So now in this one, it's going to be MTU with a little bit of an advantage over St. Clair. Started off 1-0 for St. Clair, but MTU, in the matter of, 40 seconds, they've answered back with 2 of their own. It's getting a little scary for St. Clair. It seems as if MTU is really starting to cook up some offensive pressure.
That's exactly what we want to see for them. It is down. They are down 1 game in this series. They are going to have something on the offense here. It definitely seemed like it was lackluster, especially in those last couple minutes for MTU in the last one. So the fact that they're able to find 2 goals early on here, and especially the fact that they got an answer for St. Clair after that first one early on, it is huge for them.
Yes, for sure. So game 2, St. Clair has an opportunity to close it out, but they won't be able to with the scoreline we see on our screen right now. Still trying to turn things around. We're only a minute 20 into this one, surprisingly, despite having 3 goals scored here, and then a lot of shots, like tons of shots. I mean, I'm honestly somewhat surprised that we only have 3 goals with some of the quality shots and the quantity of shots that we have seen with that. Kamal now looking to turn this into an offensive play all on his lonesome, and he's going to take that right in, and that might dribble through, and it does! Off the defender and trickles by the goal line. St. Clair ties this one up. This is Kamal's, like, bread and butter. These plays like here, where he just picks the ball up, aerials it in, plays behind the ball, and just forces it through. Immaculate shot there from the side of St. Clair.
He was not letting Pro stop him there. He wanted that ball in the net, and he shoved it in there as hard as he possibly could. And the fact that he is able to tie this game up is huge for St. Clair, because there was so much offensive pressure for MTU. They were getting opportunity after opportunity. Oh, a shot on net. Off the crossbar, off the post. And in the net, Kamal hitting everything there he needed to and finding his second goal of this game.
You know what I have to say to that one? Bar down ski. Let's go, Kamal. We'll find the back of the net once again there. Beautiful for St. Clair. Now still over 3 minutes. Lots of time to play. But with the 1-goal lead, once again, just provides you that slight reassurance that, hey, we're okay. Let's go. Pick it back up and just, keep to it.
Yeah, finally finding some footing here for St. Clair. Able to get something back here. Nice save there by Rom. I'm going to steer it away. But this is such an intense, high-scoring game here. Just crossed the 2-minute mark. Already 5 goals scored between these two teams. I think they figured each other out.
We don't see scores like this too often anymore, to be honest. It's a little unfortunate sometimes because we love these back and forth high-scoring Rock League games, but just the storyline, the matter of the story is just the fact that, this is what it's going to come to right now. 3-2. Both teams have figured each other out, like you said, and both teams are really working the offense right now. You can see it here. The defense is a little bit more lackluster than compared to some of our other series, but so far, so good for the Saints. They're lead 1-0 in the series. They lead by 1 in the game. All the cards are in their favor. Now they just got to play off their advantages.
And I want to see them go for this explosive offense. Yes, obviously you are ahead by that 1 goal. You want to preserve the lead, but I think, like we said, all series long and all season long, you need to find some opportunities on the offense to cover up your defense right now. And this is exactly what you want to see. Nice pass there on net, but Stu going to be able to clear it away here, but Nitrix with the ball back has an opportunity to put it back towards the middle, but not going to be able to get that one. Will go to Raman. Raman not able to get it out. Kamal with a chance here to try and get a hat trick, looking for it, but not going to be able to find a suit.
They've had some great opportunities.
This is a good offensive barrage, but will finally be cleared out here by MTU.
Yeah, but honestly, Raman should quickly be able to clear this back to this MTU territory. A little bit of a mess up there on the corner, so maybe not the case. Minute 40, St. Clair, they have to keep the offensive pressure up. There's no point in sitting back in your net and just clearing it around. That is never the right thing to do. We've realized that over and over here throughout this whole season of Rocket League, right? So now St. Clair goes only 90 seconds. That's all they got to do here now, and Raman, huge clear on that play.
Yeah, the fact he's able to get that out is massive, but it is still a 1-goal game. It's still anyone's game at that, and MTU need to find this goal sometime soon to try and neutralize this lead, because if they lose this game, they are out of the tournament completely. So you want to try and find that goal, keep yourself here, force us to a game 3.
Yeah, but the defense right now has been so good. St. Clair's just cutting off any sort of opportunity that MTU kind of gains here. And they're just, after that, they just cleared out. So now we're below a minute. So there's still tons of time. Don't get me wrong, still lots of time to make plays. That was really close, actually. Kamal with a big save. But you got to get the offensive pressure going for your MTU right now if you want to keep yourself alive in this tournament, really.
St. Clair needs to start spreading out this defense. They are kind of going for this two defender, 1 goalie mentality where you want to try and defend your net as much as possible, not let anything come through, but any small mistake could spell the end. That's 2, gets past 2 here, only 1 left here. Kamal on the sidewall, going to beat him though. Looking for someone in the middle, but no one going to be there.
Wow.
Ninja going to try and put it towards the middle, but will be deflected up by Nitrix. So 23 seconds left. 1 goal is all they need here for MTU, but St. Clair trying to deny them moving on in this tournament.
This is some risky business that we've seen here in a second. Like, I feel like there's been so many opportunities where we've almost seen goals come through for MTU. Kamal was just wasting time in that offensive zone, but now why is Ramen up there too? I don't think they needed him there. Ramen going to keep this one midfield. Kamal sends it back into the zone now, unless MTU can find a no-goal. That is it. That's going to be it. A no-touch goal, but MTU going to drop St. Clair, take the series 2-0 and advance to loser round 7. Not sure if we have our matchup ready for that one, but I think that one of the options is University of Alabama that we might play, and then another one. We have 2 options, I believe, though, for who we're going to be playing. But with that being said, St. Clair going to take this one. UNH Wildcats is the for sure matchup that we're playing next here, I believe. 90% likely. Okay, sounds good. So here we go, guys. That's going to wrap us up here for this one. We're going to send it to a quick break, but a big win there from St. Clair to advance. Once again, only a couple ones away. Actually, do we have bracket? If we do have bracket, we can actually see how close they are from securing a top 8 position here soon.
And it was a pretty good game for them. They did win 2-0 the first time in this tournament that they have done that. So we are going to take a quick look at the bracket here. So yeah, it is going to be UNH Wildcats that we are going to be playing against here. And Kent State already ready for that next matchup. So we will be getting through these games pretty rapid fire, quick, moving through these.
And you see the top 8 at the very right there. So St. Clair, if they do want to make it into that top 8, they will have to, I think they have to win that losers game. Or do they just have to make it? I think they have to win that losers game at the very, very losers quarterfinals there. Yes, they do, I think. So it is going to be the side of St. Clair having to win against UNH Wildcats, against Kent State, then following match after that, and then one more. So 4 series wins for the Saints here would put them in that top 8 positioning. They're looking to do this one very, very shortly here, but it is going to be us now looking to send this one to a quick little break for a moment now, as we do see St. Clair Saints 2-0 that Michigan Tech squad and look to take on their next matchup, UNH Wildcats. We're going to get set up for that one here. And my name is Jackson Pride Brown. We're going to join alongside John Billbangs Udima. You're watching St. Clair Saints Rock League, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to St. Clair Saints Rocket League action. I'm John Billbanks-Nima, joined by Jack Brown, and we saw St. Clair in that last losers round 6, 2-0. Their opponent team, we haven't seen them 2-0 at all today. It's been all 3-game series, so nice to have a little bit of extra confidence there now that you swept your opponent to move on to the next series and losers.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, all these best of threes, like going to game threes that we've seen have been a lot of overtime too. So they've been very lengthy, close-knit games, and honestly, yes, it's nice to get that 2-0 there, but as they advance further in these loser brackets, especially against UNH upcoming here now, it's going to get a little tougher, right? You're going to probably see game threes a little bit more here once again, or even potential 2-0s for the opposing team if they're playing on the ball or something like that. But the thing is, here now in this lower side of the bracket, this is lower round 7, and they have to win 4 more series, I think, to get that top 8 positioning. Or it's like 3 or 4 more series, and they will be in there and secured. So that's where they are looking to head, but they're still a long way, and that's the thing with dropping down to the losers. It was a really tough one to drop up there in the side of the winner's side of the bracket up there. So now down in here, they will be playing a University of New Hampshire. I can't say it, man. I can't say it. It's all you, man. I can't. But
New Hampshire.
Yeah, that is going to be the next matchup coming up here. And honestly, I don't have a crazy amount of intel on this roster, but if they're so far, pretty far in this bracket, I believe they've got to be obviously a competing team, right?
For sure. And I mean, for St. Clair, you did end up winning 2-0. Yes, it was a pretty solid victory, but like you said, the further you go in the bracket, the more challenging teams are going to be. And here we go. We're going to start us up losers round number 7. St. Clair Green versus University of New Hampshire, and hopefully it's a banger.
100%, and still these best of threes is definitely making things interesting because just like I said, I've said it at the beginning of every
so much
single
volatility.
series. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's Rocket League best of threes are so scary, and a nice shot from Nitrix just going to go off the crossbar, really close to actually finding the back of that net early into this game number 1. And I'm saying it over and over again. I feel like it is so big to find early momentum for either of these teams.
Yeah, that first goal makes such a huge difference, especially in a game like this. And it looks like New Hampshire is going to strike first. Ryman? Tenser. We're going to go with Reman, I think.
Reman. My boy Reman. Let's go. Reman, got to find that goal for University of New Hampshire. I can't do it.
University of New
Hampshire. It's UNH. It's going to be the side of St. Clair now looking to answer back 40 seconds into this one. I mean, that's a good early goal there if you are from UNH. And I mean, at this point in time, sent over here towards midfield. And that is going to be a trickle into the net. Ramen going to connect onto that one. Nice assist from Kamal. I think that was pretty much all Kamal. Yeah, that's actually pretty much all UNH player. Kamal going to get that one on target. Off the post, Ramen just going to tip it back in. If Ramen wasn't there, though, that wouldn't have gone in. So good stuff. 1-1.
Stopped on that one because I thought Ramen was going to miss the net on that one. It was actually really close. So in the end, does score that one. But it is a good answer here. And we see both teams kind of filling out their opponent. But we've seen it throughout this bracket. The scores have come a lot faster here in these game 1s. And then it kind of falls off, and you get this kind of mid-game where, what is going on right now? Ball is trickling in the crease, but doesn't go in. So dangerous play to start us off, and this definitely feels like a little bit different than the first series.
Yeah, for sure. And we do have a triple commit on the goal there, and it is going to be a good save there. I never like triple commits in the net, like unless it's like really needed. But it works out there as the rebound does come through from UNH. So, minute and 20 through this one. Yeah, like you were saying, a lot of early goals and maybe another here. It is. That's Kamal. Nice last touch on that. Going to get the redirect. That's going to put St. Clair now up 2-1. And honestly, St. Clair has looked like they've started to actually really tune up their play style here in the last couple series.
I feel like this game has been very, very scrappy for both of these teams. I feel like there's just been so many small mistakes they're making early on, and they are just kind of filling out their opponents. Again, it is early on in the series. You have a lot of time. You have at least one more game after this one for both of these teams, so you can take a little bit of time, try and figure out what play style you're going to go for. If you want to go for that more defensive style or you want to go for the more explosive offensive one, you have a lot of time to decide how you want to play it out.
Oh yeah, 100%. All I know is that a 1-goal lead is not comfortable enough here for the Saints right now, especially with the time that we see remaining on the clock. So all the offense still going to need to stay intact here for them, and they're doing a good job of that. It's going to stay in the UNH zone here for now, I think the last 30 seconds or so, and the shots have been fairly rapid off the cars here now from St. Clair. So they're looking to continue to play this one, but I think that is going to be the side of UNH. Maybe able to get a clear, maybe not. Kamal, and they are just battling for it midfield. Nick, though, going to have an opportunity to espresso, not able to find that one.
Espresso, I like it. So here we are, losers round 7, 2-1 scoreline here, almost halfway through this game, and it has calmed down a little bit. Scoring has slowed up since the beginning of the game here, but I think for both these teams, definitely an explosive start. And, a demo on the goal line there. Kamal going to take down Depresso there. Ramen looking for an opportunity, but not going to find it here. Will be turned away. So both teams with chances, not able to put them back in the net yet.
Yeah, it's so hard to watch those goals from that angle because, like, you don't know if that one's slowly trickling in. You don't know if it's going to end up in or what is happening there. But St. Clair still maintaining their lead. We're about another minute past. So time burned is benefiting St. Clair kind of right now. But the thing is like the 1-goal lead could just be killed at the last 30 seconds. Next thing you know, it's a tie game and you have no time to answer back yourself. So, I mean, it's a win-lose case scenario here kind of for St. Clair if they want to just kind of maintain this lead or get a little bit more aggressive on the offense, try to build it still more. I mean, overall, still lots of time, though.
I think that's where you want to go for. You're talking about the fact that you can get some offense here when you have the lead is so huge because if you can find that second goal, it gives you a little bit more safety and it makes you feel so much better about, like, you know, you don't have to make sure you're not making any mistakes in your play. You kind of have this flexibility. You can go for more risk-reward play style. Oh, nice dribble there, but not going to make it past the side of St. Clair.
Oh, Nitric's going to miss that one there, but Ramen able to just pick it up, but a demo does come through to actually translate UNH onto the offense. A good pass, but Kamal not able to get up there to reach it, but Ramen going to come through, and that's a shot on net. Going to be quickly defended, though, from Depresso Espresso, and it is going to be Kamal now playing this one towards the midfield, but sent towards St. Clair territory now with only a minute on the clock. This is getting a little bit scary.
They do have to find the back of the net here sometime soon if you decided UNH. You're not going to want to let this momentum translate into game number 2. Nick with a chance here. Nitric's going to turn him away, though. Looking for someone in the middle here. Can he center this for his teammate? Going to go for it himself. Not going to find it, though. And Nitrix has found a couple of times where he's gone off the backboard, off the side. Oh, Depresso Espresso going to score that goal just inside the right post there. Just under a minute remaining here. Ties it all up. That is huge.
Right here. This is the tip that's big. Boom. Because that's going to just really push it inside and really just secure that goal there. UNH tying things up now 2-2, but a lot of time still here to go. And St. Clair's been good on the offense. They've had some great opportunities. They've just been having a tough time sometimes having to get by these defenders once again. And we're going to see if they are able to sneak anything through in these final 45 seconds. But the next team to score a goal is going to have a massive advantage here in the series or potentially just close out the game.
Yeah, for sure. It is going to be massive here. 30 seconds remaining for these teams trying to find the back end here. We might be sent to another overtime here. We've had so many overtimes today for St. Clair. It wouldn't be surprising to see them in another one. I think they can definitely clutch it up here. Kamal with a chance to turn him away, but isn't able to do it there. Ramen will be able to clear this one, or might be able to clear this one out. Ramen sitting in net here, just waiting for the ball to come to him. 17 seconds left. Can a team find the back net, or are we going overtime?
Big demos. This is a center, but nobody there to play off for St. Clair. Now 10 seconds, and you know, we've seen so much overtime today. What's one more at this point here, John? So 3 seconds, unless a team can find a goal in these next few seconds, which looks like it's going to be a pretty difficult task. We are going to see the end of this one. That's going to touch the ground. Overtime getting underway, and what's new here? Everybody lining up and getting started. Next goal going to find game 1, and game 1's a big one here in this series.
Yeah, for sure. We're looking for an early goal here in overtime for St. Clair. I think once they get to those extended overtimes, they can perform well, but we saw a heartbreaker against Mcgill in that last overtime they had, so definitely trying to get some redemption here, trying to find their way through this one, trying to redeem themselves and put themselves further up, getting themselves a game up. Shot on net there will be turned away, but early opportunities here for UNH.
Yeah, Kamal coming through with a big save in that play, and he is actually going to get demoed through from Nick, but it is in UNH territory, so it is all up to St. Clair to see how they can do it with this one on the offense. Some boost is grabbed from Nick, though he's trying to use this to his advantage. Will not be able to find it, though, and so here we go. Now there's still going to be this, 3-on-3 action. It's going to be full, everybody ready to go here, and it's just midfield bouncing around, and about a minute through this overtime, it's going to be crazy once we find this goal.
Still haven't found any real good quality chances for either team yet. Haven't really found an opportunity to put it in the back of the net. Pass towards the middle here, not going to find anyone in. And a lot of just bouncing around midfield. Again, these teams not wanting to make any kind of big mistake there, give the other team an opportunity to put it towards the net. So they are playing a little bit safer, just trying to waiting to see where each other are going to mess up.
Yeah, for sure. But, these two teams, they've been playing so much today. They've been practicing so much, and they're all warm. There's not going to be a lot of mistakes coming through, especially with teams of this skill level now in play. So we do see a lot happening. Nitrix will be the one to center this one up, and that's a shot opportunity, but quickly defended from Nick. And that was, Nick isn't there. That's a goal there for the side of St. Clair. So really good defense there from the side of UNH. Now it is going to be St. Clair back on the defense this time around.
And Riemann there actually tipped it to his goalie in the net. Like, he doesn't get that tip. That goes over Nick's head, and that goes right in the net. So just a great bounce there, lucky bounce there for UNH to keep them in this game and keep this one in overtime. Almost 2 minutes through here. haven't found the back of the net for either of these teams yet. Both of them having small opportunities, but haven't really been able to get any great quality chances just yet, except for that one by St. Clair. So I'm looking for one of them to try opening up here, try going for a little bit more riskier play, trying to find the back of the net, because that's really going to make what the difference here in OT.
Yeah, so far it's just Clair back and forth, and you know, we're about almost 1.5 times through the regulation time here in this game, so both teams are desperately fighting for it. It's going to be tough to lose if you, you know, invested so much time and energy and, you know, all your momentum and stuff into this game. So both teams desperately wanting this one. It's going to help you so much in the series as well. So we're going to see what's going to come through here, but no goals in the last, like, what has that been, like 3-4 minutes?
Quite a while yet since you've seen a goalie here. This is going to be a shot on net. Nitrix trying to turn the goalie away as well, but Bremen able to turn that one back towards the St. Clair half. Depresso, will put towards the middle. Oh, that's dangerous. Kamal does it end up clearing it out, and Ramen with now a chance opportunity along the sidewall here. He can find someone in the middle here. Going to try and clear out the goalie. Going to give his teammate an opportunity, but no one going to be there.
Yeah,
that is so sad.
That was a great opportunity, just not enough. And, you know, he did a really good job of just letting that ball trickle behind him. He was driving in front of that ball. There's hit away any defenders that were going to come and try to stop that play. It was the good thought process. It was a good effort. I love everything about that play. Just not going to find the back of the net. You just need someone centered there and ready for it, like Nitrix is now, but will not be able to connect. Kamal going to try to send this one down here as well, but not going to go. This overtime is getting super intense here right now, John.
I really like the fact that St. Clair has identified the fact that UNH like to stack their goalies in net when going for the offensive pushes. So instead of going for a touch to beat the goalie, what they'll do is they'll push it in. They'll send someone in to take out the goalie, whether it be by bumping them or demoing them, and then they'll go for a shot or a pass to their teammates. So they've identified how UNH like to save the ball, and they've actually kind of weakened them out and given themselves some good quality chances. That's going to be a nice demo, though.
That's a big one.
We'll stop them on the offensive end here.
Yeah, but Nick coming through. He's on a breakaway, but good stuff for Ramen to come through and save that one. Nick going to get the demo on him, though. Now Kamal trying to put this into UNH territory. We're almost doubling up on game time here. Now, no goals have been scored in the last 5 minutes here. It's been strictly defense, strictly clearing, back and forth. Some good shots we've seen, but we can't see anything getting capitalized on as of yet. No net has been found.
Yeah, unbelievably, we are 4 minutes and 20 seconds into this overtime. No one has found the back of the net, and I definitely feel like throughout this overtime, it's gotten a lot scrappier. We've seen a lot of demos here coming through in the last couple of minutes, and this is when the teams are trying to take chances because, you know, you get to this point in the game, you're almost double your original time. This is when you kind of just want to move on to the next one. You're so tired of playing this one through. This is going to be a shot on net. Nitrix not able to get that one through, though. That, unfortunately, does not hit the back of the net. And again, St. Clair with a good opportunity, but not able to put that one in the back of the net.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of opportunities like that here today, just not able to connect fully on it. Kamal going to keep the play alive, though, and it is going to be a center coming through down right onto those players. But yeah, the center player is not there. Another shot coming through, and St. Clair's just been doing way better job here finding these shots in overtime. It's just I got a bad feeling about it right now because UNH, all it takes is one good really strong shot, and St. Clair may overcommit to this offense a little too hard here in a bit, and I'm getting pretty worried, to be honest.
Shots are coming through here. Shot going to come through. That's going to go right in. Ramen finds the back of the net. 5 minutes and 13 seconds into overtime, and that is going to be St. Clair taking game number 1, and that is going to be the opportunity of a lifetime. Ramen managed to get that one back net. That is huge for them.
Yeah, I 100% agree, John, once again. So we are going to have to reconnect that party, a little bit of connections which is there. I mean, maybe it's because we were in a 5-minute overtime, who knows, but yeah. Ramen! Big goal is going to come through. I mean, it was only a matter of time, right? And that's got to be a momentum booster and a momentum killer for UNH. But it's going to be St. Clair now leading 1-0 on the series. So big here to have that advantage. Now UNH is forced to win 2 in a row. Not going to be an easy task. And it was just a massive win here now for that one. So we are going to be getting ready to hop into our game number 2 here. And we're already in it and started. These players just want to get right at it here, John.
I definitely felt like at the end of that game, St. Clair just has so much pressure on the offense. We saw them shot after shot after shot, and UNH playing some good defense to turn them away, but it just felt like it was inevitable that St. Clair was going to score at that point. It just New Hampshire did not have an answer for them anywhere on that board.
I'm going to try it again. New Hampshire. Okay.
You got it.
We got it.
You got it. You're good.
It's a practice and it's a trial and error type of thing. But with that being said, it is now going to be bouncing in front of the New Hampshire net. And St. Clair trying to find a goal off of it, but will not be able to find anything. Kamal been doing very good about stopping these aerial plays coming through from UNH. Usually uses his aerial arsenal on the offense, but it's been really showing dividends on the defensive side today as well.
Yeah, for sure. And always a good defense means a good offense. That's how it works. So if you can show up yourself on the defensive end, you give yourself more offensive opportunities here. But no goal scored almost a minute, and this looks starkly different than that first game did.
Ramen just saved that one from inside of his net. There's a big save there from St. Clair. Nitrix trying to translate this to the offense, but it will not go to Presso. Espresso going to be the one carrying the ball here now throughout this one as well. So sent over to the corner. Kamal trying to play off. This one's going to dribble in front of St. Clair net, but will be sent away from Kamal and up and along the wall. Now Ramen trying to play off this one. He has an opportunity, but he does also get the demo actually. Nick going to quickly clear this one though to the other side of the field, but it's going to be Kamal, the one who's trying to keep this play alive. The shot going to come through from Nitrix. Not able to connect on that one fully though.
Yeah, no goals here in the first minute and a half, and we saw at this point, I think there was 5 goals scored in that first game, so both teams have gotten
5 goals,
used to each other.
but 4 of them were in the first like 3 minutes of that game. Since then, we've had like 10 minutes of play with like 1 goal scored lately here now. So it's been a really slowed down on the pace, but Ramen, he's a monster today, John.
He found the back of the net there, a beautiful clean shot through the middle. Able to beat the goalie, and you were talking about it's kind of slowed down here. I think both teams have identified what each other's weaknesses are, how to play around each other, and St. Clair has been able to take advantage of it, scoring the last couple goals here in the last few minutes. And New Hampshire just haven't really found a lot of good offensive opportunities. I think they just haven't been able to create offense for themselves here. They've just been pressured in their own zone so much they can't force anything forward, and it's really been a struggle for them to find any kind of opportunities.
So now being up in this game too, 1-0 is a drastic favor in your advantage now to at least have that on your kind of card set, like your hand, right? You actually can, just sit here and try to play off this lead a little bit. Obviously, you're going to keep the offense going. Obviously, you're still going to be firing away your shots, but you feel a little bit more comfortable now, right? Because if you're at this point, UNH, they have to score a goal to force an OT. They have to win that OT. They have to win the game to, aka winning the OT, and then they have to find another one, but it's not going to be easy. Now there's going to be 2 goals behind. Ramen picks up a second, and we're only halfway through this one. St. Clair really starting to turn up on the offense and the defense.
Ramen is cooking today.
Yeah,
he's
for
cooking.
Sure. He's cooking up some ramen. Yeah. I want to join him. Pretty hungry right now. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I know you're starving right now.
I've been talking about food all day.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. So in the end, Ramen picks up another goal. St. Clair extends their lead to 2-0, and for how this series has been looking in the last little bit, it definitely is huge for them because there hasn't been a ton of goals scored, and New Hampshire just hasn't really seemed to find any kind of rhythm, right? They've just been pressured in their own zone for the majority of this second game. They haven't really found any kind of chances, and it just seems like every time they get the ball out, it's just returned back into their favor, and the clear just doesn't really mean anything.
The aerial defense from St. Clair is on another level right now. That's why we're seeing this ball stay in the zone so much, because usually UNH is going to try to send it fast, really aggressive shot, and high on the wall. Those are the best opportunities you have to clear. But St. Clair has been playing so far up in the air and so high and around every part of the map that it's making it so difficult for UNH to get past these 2 lines of defenders and to actually connect on a goal. Now with only a minute 35 remaining, if they were only trailing by 1, not as much of a concern. But with them being down by 2, this makes things very much so more concerning for UNH.
Yeah, they just need to find the back of the net one time, because in the last, 15 minutes of play, combining those 2 games, they've gotten 2 goals. So I think they just need to find some kind of offensive rhythm. They need to figure out how to get past this midfield defense here by St. Clair, because right now it seems like they're just stacking on the goalie box, and when you only have a minute remaining and you're down 2 goals, you can't afford to stack the goalie box. You need to start triple committing, double committing, trying to find these offensive opportunities and give yourself some kind of way back into this game. Yeah,
especially now that they don't even have a minute remaining on the clock. It's all coming down to seconds at this point in time. This might be an opportunity for a goal, and it's going to go off the crossbar. That's so unfortunate for Nick. I hate saying that word during broadcast. I really do. But that one is just one of those ones where it's like, man, you wish you had that shot back. You would have just touched it a little bit lighter and not sent it as high up there. And with that being said, that's going to take us down to 35 seconds. And you know what? That might have been the opportunity to put UNH back in this game. It's not going to go, and it's honestly looking like a St. Clair W.
Yeah, and even if that shot goes in, not only is it better for your team because you're only in a 1-goal deficit, but you finally get some offense going, you finally get some momentum, and you feel like you're back in this game. But right now, with 20 seconds left in the ball in their own zone, I really don't think they have a chance to do that. Ball going to be centered here. Will be cleared out, actually. The Espresso might have a chance here, but no boost. Really. There's just nothing they can do. Demo going to come through here for one player. Demo from Nick going to come through as well. That's a shot on net there, and Riemann will find the back of the net, so 5 seconds left. There's a chance.
There's a chance, and we've seen 5-second goals. The thing is what I think UNH is going to do. I don't think they're going to score in the 5 seconds, but I think their opportunity is going to be to play keep up and then try to smack one in last second. But I think one thing that's really helped St. Clair take this lead and just hold it a little bit is the scrappiness that you said that we've seen, is the demos, the just getting involved, just running into players like Ramen doing stuff like that, going to really benefit them. That ball is just rolling on the ground. It's going to be game, and that is going to be St. Clair advancing to losers round 8. And it's actually going to be, very far into this one here.
Yeah.
Now, we only need to win 3 more series actually to advance here. Now, the great matchup there, that's going to be against University of New Hampshire. They're going to be sending back home. Kent State will be our next matchup, but we had to actually take a peek of the bracket here. We might not be fully updated and along through it, but we can take a little peek of it. But with that being said, I mean, it's been phenomenal games here so far, and we are looking at it here. So Mcgill is waiting and ready. And honestly, Mcgill was a roster that, we lost to in game 3 of overtime?
Yeah, it was all 3 games went to overtime, and they ended up losing it in game 3.
So I mean, that's going to be, if we make it there, that's going to be the match that we need to win to qualify to get top 8.
That's a revenge match if I've ever seen.
100%. And it's going to be right now St. Clair Saints versus Kent State, and the winner of that game will go into the next matchup, losers round 9, and that will be either against Southern Illinois, Kennesaw State, or King Tornado. So big ones coming up here, but I will say to you, John, Kent State might be one of the hardest teams that we're going to be playing throughout this whole tournament.
Yeah, they are definitely a prestigious school when it comes to Rocket League. Definitely are going to be a challenge. But, I mean, the last 2 series for St. Clair have been 2-0s. They haven't been easy 2-0s, but they have been 2-0s regardless. So I think going into this next series, I think they're full of confidence right now. You're saying, okay, we are winning these pretty handily. It wasn't like the upper bracket where they're going to game 3 every time. They are just 2-0ing, 2-0ing, 2-0ing. And when you can 2-0 other teams in your bracket, that's where you keep building your confidence up. And until someone else can take them down a peg, until they can take a game off of them, I think this loser bracket run is going to look pretty solid.
Yeah, it's looking solid so far, so good. And it's all up to Kent State, right? Kent State going to be a big game here, going to be very tough. We're still sticking with the best of 3s, no margin for error, and keep up the scrappy and aggressive play style from St. Clair. It's what's winning you games. Just don't fix what ain't broke, essentially, if you're St. Clair. You know, you're 4-0 on maps in your last 2 series, something that you haven't been able to do in a bit. And these are series that are like later in the bracket. These are good teams that you're 2-0ing. So just got to keep the pressure up. But we are going to send this one to a quick little break here before we do fire away with Kent State versus St. Clair College in losers round number 8. Stick with us. My name's Jack the Prep Brown, joined alongside John Bildbig Zudima, and you guys are watching St. Clair Saints Rock League. Be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more St. Clair Saints Rock League. My name is Jackson the Pride Brown, joined alongside John Bill Bangzodima once again here, covering the CCA Open Fall 2021 kind of run here for the St. Clair Saints green roster. We'll be up against Kent State University coming up in this next game, and you know what, John? In my opinion, this is probably going to be our hardest one of the day here so far, and it's definitely going to go the distance. I think we're going to see 3 games in this one.
Yeah, for sure. I think so too. I think Mcgill is going to be that monster at the end of the run that you were going to have to defeat. They did end up losing to them, but it was 3 overtimes that they ended up losing in, so it was a pretty even matchup. And Kansas State, one of those teams that I think definitely are on par with St. Clair Green, so it should be a very, very entertaining matchup here. Not expecting 2-0 for either side. I think it'll go 3.
Yes, for sure. So, that being said, it is now going to be hopping into game. Here, it is going to be looking like St. Clair in the blue and then Kent in the orange. As we do get things started here, and an almost goal there early on the St. Clair net. So, a nice defensive play there to at least stop that one from coming through. And it's nice that we're actually seeing this map come through. The first time we're on it today, it feels like a little bit of a change of pace.
It is very nice here, and we got Im here, we got Rain, and we got one other player here. Can't see his name, but players we have seen multiple times before. We played Kent State several times during the season. So it's shot on net there. Kamal with a nice save. Holy smokes, Kamal with that vision able to stop that chance. And the first real opportunity of the game going to Kent State.
For sure, but that's another one coming from St. Clair now, and that could get knocked in and so close on the verge of scoring. Kamal still trying to hammer it in. That might trickle in, and it goes! Kamal with the side roll trickles into the bottom left corner. Just barely over 3 defenders. St. Clair with the 1-0 lead 40 seconds into this one.
Kamal with perfect awareness there with all the boost he had left, got down to that ball fast, just did a nice little side roll and just barely able to get it over 2 players there. Unbelievable stuff from Kamal, and St. Clair with an early lead here is huge. They picked up a second goal too. Nitrix finds it back and then follows up his teammates with a goal of his own, and that is massive for St. Clair here in game number 1.
Starting off super early here. This is just momentum instantly in their favor. Momentum killer instantly if you are from the side of Kent, because you know what, at this point in time, you've been waiting for a little bit if you're Kent. You've been here for probably an hour and a bit, honestly, waiting for these games to come through, because they went to the winners. They lost the next round from us. They went to one more round of winners and then lost. So, I mean, overall, it's been a little bit of a wait for them. St. Clair's on an absolute roll right now, 4-0 in map counts in their last 4, and they're just going to keep the pressure going. Apparently 2-0 to start us off here, and the ball's been in Kent State zone since, 4 minutes and 50 seconds in.
Yeah, and that's the advantage. It's right because it's a give and take with winners and losers bracket, right? Because if you're in losers bracket, you're constantly playing games. You're always going to be warm. You're always going to be ready to play. And when you're coming from winners, you have to wait a decent amount of time between your game that you lost and between your actual losers bracket run. So I definitely think St. Clair here, the fact that they've been playing these games all in a row has given them an advantage early on. It does mean they have to wait for their other teams that they're playing against. It does mean that they can just keep going. And I think it definitely helps them out early on in these games.
Yeah, these opportunities are starting to look a little bit cleaner here now, especially from St. Clair as things do get carried on forward. Rain, I thought he was just going to carry that one in for a second, but Raman will be there. I'm surprised Rain didn't flick it up or something like that, but it doesn't matter. Gary the Snail going to clean things up for the side of Kent. That's going to be their first goal of the series, finding the back of the net. Kamal just completely off guard there, and then you will see the commit coming through from Nitrix. I think you should have waited for a shot to come through rather than going in to commit that 50-50, but what can you do? It's behind you now. St. Clair still have a lead in this game. They just got to focus up with the future here and try to find another one.
2 minutes gone in this game. St. Clair still holding on to a 1-goal lead here, but Kent, with getting some more opportunities here, I definitely feel like they've been warmed up now. They've had a little bit of time to shake off that rust from that hour wait they've had, and now they are on game time. Im going to be able to stop that one. We'll clear it out to the side as well. We'll be able to pinch that one out towards the St. Clair zone. And I definitely think for St. Clair, you can't expect mistakes from any of these upper bracket teams. From now on, this is more about creating your own opportunities and being able to find the back of the net on your own accord rather than waiting for your opponent to give you a chance. Your shot going to be on net here, but a nice save by Im there. So St. Clair finding opportunities here, but not able to find the back of the net quite yet.
Yeah, Im was just hiding behind that ball there. I didn't even see him. I thought that was a goal there for the Saints, but will not go. So we are going to see this still 2-1 game. We have about 3 minutes through of play here now, and Nitrix and Ramen are looking to translate to an offensive play, but can just dribble in front of the net. No one there. That's the thing between a double and triple commit. In that play, if you have a triple player there, you can bank that one in, but it's just such a risk, right? So it's a risk that you're not worth taking right now, especially how much time you've invested into the day. It's definitely not worth taking that one there. But it is going to be Kent State actually sneaking it by those two players and putting this one into the offense. This is actually looks like it could be a good opportunity. Will be sent away, but Gary, the Snail, and Rain are the only ones there, and they're going to find the goal. St. Clair not there to defend it. Honestly, really good play there from Kent.
Yeah, I was going to say, smart play there by Gary. Just rolled that one to his teammate there, and Rain able to put that in, knows where the goalie's coming from, can see him behind him, so able to predict where that will roll. And that's going to be a tie game now, 2-2. Just under 2 minutes left in this one, and both sides getting some momentum here, but I think Kent definitely warming up here, getting used to how St. Clair is playing, and will kind of read them better. And now a shot going to go on net off the post there, not going to go in. But Kent State turning it up here in the last couple minutes.
That's a big demo. That's going to allow for a 2-on-1 for the St. Clair. Never mind, Kamal is going to get slowed down on the play. This is going to be trickling in front of the net once again. That is a shot, and that's another. That's what happens when you triple commit. You can get the double rebounds. The double rebounds are so big. So you do see that first one come through. It's going to be bouncing around. Nitrix off the post, and then Ramen going to be able to connect it in, and that is a perfect scoring opportunity for the Saints. They're going to be leading 3-2 here now with a minute 26 on the clock. That's a big favor to have with under 90 seconds of play left.
Yeah, and that play all started with Kamal going for that aerial, able to get it by two players and just put it right down to his teammate Nitrix there. Nitrix had an open net, wasn't able to hit it, got it off the post, but his teammate able to clean it up there in Ramen. So in the end, they work together, they find that goal, and they make it a 3-2 game. So they have a small lead, but we've seen how explosive Kent can be on the offense. So no lead is ever safe, especially not this one goal they have with just over a minute left.
Yeah, and this could be an opportunity, but M goes big. He will zoom up there and hits that one off the crossbar. His teammate was actually getting bumped out of the way by a fellow St. Clair player, so it was all up to M to try to play that defense on that shot there. So now with only 45 seconds on the clock, things are getting a little bit more concerning for Kent State, especially when this ball is in their territory, and a bar down shot going to come through, not able to go into the back of the net though, but this is just more time off the clock. St. Clair, honestly, I'd be focusing up extremely on defense right now.
Nitrix almost on the back of the net there again, but wasn't able to take advantage of it. Shot going to go through here, but Kamal going to be there to answer it. Nice save there, and he's been playing
stressful, man.
Such good defense in this tournament so far. Kamal has had so many clutches.
But it makes it's stressful defense when he plays, because you don't see him there for the first like 8 seconds, or not 8 seconds, like 80% of the shot, and then the last 20% you just see him zoom by your screen and stop that one from going through. But with 10 seconds, this is looking very, very good for St. Clair, as long as they can just keep this one in their favor. It is going to be in their zone. Kamal trying to just fly this one out here now. He's doing a good job of that, just running along the ground, and he's just going to run it out of time. Kamal, that's 200 IQ to just not even keep that ball in the air. Just send it right onto the ground. There's no players around him. Just start driving. So that is now going to be a 1-0 lead in the series for St. Clair Saints. Them taking these 1-0 series leads lately has been so helpful to them. Like, yeah, so helpful. Like, the best of threes, game ones are just so big.
And the fact that they were able to stop Kent State in their tracks, because for me, when Kent State picked up that second goal, it looked like they had just this crazy explosive offense. They were finding these good opportunities, and they were able to put that ball in the back, and they scored a couple goals within a couple seconds, and it just really felt like St. Clair was flat-footed. They didn't have an answer for him, but somehow they find the back of the net on a really good team play, and it gave them an opportunity here. Gary going to pass towards the middle here. Shot going to go through. Not going to find anything that will be cleared out. And, I mean, for St. Clair, this second game, huge for your defense. You need to be able to stop this explosiveness in the rain.
I don't know.
Not going to be able to stop him there. He will get the back of the net, and that's going to be a 1-0 lead for St.
So there should have been another player around in the net. Ramen went to go get boost, and then was just not able to. And then Kamal couldn't wrap back around as well in time. They both thought they were just trying to have just enough time, but no. Kent State will connect onto the back of the net for that one. So it's going to be a 1-0 game that we're seeing here now. 4 minutes and 40 seconds remain, which is fairly good for St. Clair, at least knowing that you do have a lot of time remaining. But being down a goal is never what you want to see.
It's the classic boost over ball. It's been a thing since Rocket League started. It's been a meme in the community for a very, very long time, and it happens once in a while, even to the best players in this game. You just want that boost. You want to go for the ball afterwards. Don't have time for it. But in the end, still just a 1-0 lead for Kent. Definitely not something St. Clair is going to have a hard time coming back from. Shot going to go on net here. Nice save there by Rain. Going to get back there in time, but it's going to go center towards the middle again. Rain going to be there to stop it yet again. Nitrix going to put it towards the middle, but Kamal going to be here just to cream it off the side, trying to find someone else, but can't do it, so it will be cleared out here in just a second.
Yeah, these are some good plays from St. Clair, but not enough to find the back of the net, and it's going to force them here on the defense. Kamal, though, quickly going to take that one up into the air as per usual, like he does, and it's going to be quickly transferred over to Ramen. Now Ramen playing off this one in the corner, going to try to get by this defender for the center, but not going to go. And I think St. Clair is falling into old habits here right now, John. I'm going to be completely honest. You see a couple, that should be a... Kamal, Well, okay, so that one's just going to be sent away. But yeah, they're falling into these old habits of trying to center the ball just through like the middle of the wall, and it's not going to work out well for them. They have to be getting these centers from the backboard down. They have to be getting them through the midfield or something like that because, oh my gosh, I thought Roman had that one too, but they can't be getting these centers through like at the side of the post, I guess. The post is what you want to call it.
Yeah.
They can't be getting them there because that's going to be completely shut down from Kent almost every time around.
Yeah, I definitely think for them also you need to start focusing on offense like this. Oh, off the post, Kamal almost with a goal there, but you need to focus more on your offense because we see how explosive this Kent defense is. You can't just sit back in your turtle shell and expect them to keep throwing the ball at you and you just keep stopping it, because one of these times it will go through, they will find a goal, and if you don't have goals to answer back, you can't win this game. So I want to see St. Clair force more on the offense, try and make some more opportunities for themselves, because that is really going to be the difference maker in this game. If you can find yourself a goal here, try and tie this game up, that will be so huge for momentum. That will give you kind of a breath of life, and hopefully it'll kind of release you out of this defensive zone that you're stuck in, because right now it is what St. Clair was doing earlier to the side of MSCOU and a couple other teams as well, was you're stuck in your own zone, you can't go anywhere.
St. Clair's had some great opportunities, and so probably frustrating for them right now to not be able to find these past the defenders, because there's some great shots coming through, but that he just centered it for him! Kent just centered it for Ramen! Like, literally perfect center from him to Ramen. Like, him gonna send it back there. He really did not mean to do that. Now he's trying to kick it away faster, but he can't get control of the ball fast enough and just sets him up. That's gonna be a 1-1 game now, just over halfway through things. Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, the problem was Kamal was coming up the sidewall for him, so the choice was either you give it to the guy on the sidewall or you give it to the guy in the middle. You had a goalie in net, but he was turned around. Gary just wasn't in the right spot there, so couldn't really clear it and just couldn't find the right spot for it. So St. Clair taking advantage of a mistake there by Kent and turning it into a goal, and that is what you need to do. You don't see very many mistakes from these top-tier teams, but once in a while they will give you a gift, and St. Clair taking full advantage of it.
It's a big one. I know it doesn't put you in the lead here right now, but it does clean your slate, and that's just a big thing right now, because I personally think that St. Clair's been the better team in this series. They've been having the better opportunities and the better scoring chances. So for them to tie things up here now, I think that this puts it back into their favor for at least this game number 2, and just say that, hey, they are looking pretty solid and they should be able to close this one out with the scoring opportunities that they've been getting. But with only 90 seconds on the clock, honestly, the next goal is going to have such an impact here on this game.
Yeah, for sure. Nitrix with a chance here to put it up. Plus, it with the goal.
Oh,
That's going to be
goodness.
Nitrix finding the back of the net there with a minute 22 left. Will give them a lead, and that is just really, really good awareness there by Nitrix. Knew where the goalie was coming from, able to get that chip over Gary there. Just not able to get a touch on that one and give St. Clair a 2-1 lead.
With 82 seconds remaining, that's a big one to find. I mean, you play the offense still here now. You don't want to allow Kent State to find another goal. But at least if Kent State does find another goal now, you're not going to lose the game. You're going to go to an overtime that still gives you a life of hope, plus your one map that you've already found under your belt. This is looking very, very good for St. Clair, and they're keeping the offensive pressure up, which is what I love to see. Kamal going to get a demo, and then Nitrix going to be playing off this one in midfield. That is a good shot opportunity coming from him, and then followed up with another potentially, but it will not go. Rain going to send this one over towards St. Clair corner with 55 seconds on the clock. Anybody's game to take, but St. Clair looking good to potentially close up this series.
I really want to see them close it up here. I think if Kent State scores a goal, their offense will be able to move forward, and I definitely think whether it be in regulation or overtime, they will end up sealing this one. Oh, shot going to come through. That's going to be another commit, but not going to find the back of the net here. Pass going to go towards the middle, but Kamal able to clear that one out for the moment. 36 seconds remaining here. St. Clair's battling in their own zone, trying to force this one out, but Kent State not relenting, want to try and find this tying goal, and they put so much pressure on. Shot going to come through here, and it's going to be a goal for him here. Kent State tied up with 26 seconds remaining. Top shelf where they keep the peanut butter. Perfect shot there by him.
Yeah, and you know what? It was just a barrage of shots coming through from Kent, and one of them's going to sneak through, like you said. You fire away as many shots as you can. Some of them are going to find their way in, no matter how good the defensive setup is. So 25 seconds in regulation remaining. It's going to be St. Clair still trying to take this. Oh my God!
That is disgusting.
That is disgusting angle. He drops this one down from literally the roof. How do you find this angle? He literally had a sliver of room to find that shot. 25 seconds remaining. Kamal answers back quickly. That's going to be St. Clair up by 1.
That is a momentum changer if I've ever seen it. After Kent State scores, Kamal turns around 5 seconds later, says, no, this is my show. It's my time to shine. He's trying to find another. We'll get a tap down towards the middle. Nitrix with a chance here towards the middle. Another shot going to come through. Demo going to come, but it's not going to matter. 5 seconds left. Can Kent State get back here? Will St. Clair take it to losers round number 8. 1 second remaining.
Losers
Can they
round
put it
9.
down? Kamal trying to find the pitch here. We'll try and put it down, but Rain going to keep it up here. Chance going to go for Raman. Going to go in the net. No.
And there we
that's
go.
going to be it anyway. They
Wow.
will take that game, and a beautiful goal by Kamal is the game-winning one and a series-winning one at that.
That's I'm speechless. That was a great
that
game.
That was a nasty goal. That was nasty.
Okay. This is scary for me to say. I don't know if Saints Green's peaking right now or not, to be completely honest, because they have been lighting it up against schools that the
crazy.
gold roster has struggled with. Like, Kent can take maps or games on the gold roster, fairly badly. Like, to see St. Clair come through 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, I think they're on cloud 9 right now. I think the momentum's there. I think the skill level's there. We are going to have our next match almost ready up here for us. We don't have it ready. We don't have the opponent, but it is going to be fairly soon. Not a lot of time to wait for this next one. But St. Clair, they are riding high right now, John.
Listen, if I'm Mcgill, I'm shaking in my boots right now.
Yeah.
There's no way you're watching them 2-0,
sure.
2-0, and you 2-0 Kent State. Like, that is a statement game that they just made. And, I mean, after we've seen, I think even the last couple of goals there, they've been creating their own opportunities in these. They haven't been waiting for those mistakes. You saw Kamal, that shot was unbelievable. We saw even in that game, Raman had a beautiful goal too, where they're setting these goals up for themselves. They're not waiting for mistakes, and that's what you need to do, especially against top-tier teams like you're seeing later on in these brackets.
You could only imagine the pop-off they had after Kamal's goal there
Yeah.
to really help out. They're all in the nest today, and they are all fired up for sure. So St. Clair going to advance now to losers round 9. It's going to be Mcgill, like you said, waiting in losers finals. Just, might start shaking their boots a little bit there because it's getting a little bit concerning. The Saints have started to come through very strong. But with that being said, guys, we are going to send this one to a quick little break as we do wait for our next matchup. No intel on who it is as of quite yet, but it is going to be right around the corner. It's 3:30 right now. I bet you the match is around by 4. So stay with us. We'll be right back in a little bit. My name's Jackson Pride Brown, joined alongside John Billabang Zwadima. You guys are watching some more St. Clair Saints Rocket League, and we'll catch you guys after this break. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more St. Clair Saints Rocket League action. My name is Jackson Brown, joined alongside John Billbangs Odima here, carrying on with some more CCA Open Fall 2021 action. It is going to be St. Clair College versus King Tornado. I believe that is King University here playing against us now, and this is going to be losers round 9. So you win this game, you go to the losers finals to get into top 8. So essentially, St. Clair Saints have to win 2 more series here to make this top 8 and actually secure points.
You know who's waiting for them in that last one?
Mcgill, a matchup that we lost to in overtime here earlier today, and a matchup that we are looking for revenge. But we have to get through this series here first. King Tornado, St. Clair College, getting at it.
No slouches are King Tornado either. They won their last series 2-0, but St. Clair has 2-0'd their last 3 in a row. So I definitely think looking forward, this could be a chance, and that's going to be Matt scoring their first goal of this game just 11 seconds in.
I didn't even think his name was Matt until you just said it like that, and he has the at there after. That's a pretty unique, honestly. That's genius. I love that at. I love not the at, the name or whatever. Yeah. So with that being said, though, there is 6 teams remaining here. 6 teams in our side of the bracket competing for just 2 spots to get into the top 8 right now. So it's obviously a blood battle. We got Mcgill, we got King Tornado, we got St. Clair, we got a couple others on the other side of the bracket as well fighting for this one. But King Tornado up early in this game 1 could cause for some concern for St. Clair. They are going to be forced to answer back. And, you know, I was talking to Nitrix in between these past 2 games, and he was just saying that momentum is just so hard to carry over in these best of 3s, and just finding these initial game 1's first goals are just so big to the team that that's what they're really looking to do here. Get this early aggression, find some sort of lead, but it's not looking like it's working out too hot for them right now, and that actually might be another goal coming through, but good defense from Kamal.
Yeah, with the 3-game series, I feel like the first game is so important, so impactful, because if you get yourself ahead, you don't have a lot of room for mistakes. That's going to be Casey Colts finding another goal here just 59 seconds in, and realistically, I definitely think St. Clair with a little bit of mess up there. No, actually was bumped out of the net. Nitrix bumping someone else into his own goalie, and it means they lose another one. They go down 2-0, so pretty open lead here for King.
Yeah, this is a rough start to have for the side of St. Clair. They definitely want to turn this one around here going forward. Luckily for them, they have time to do it. It's just, you know, King Tornado also has time to rack up more goals at the same time. So you really just got to, you know, start to step it up, take a little bit of an advantage here on your opponent, and play your hearts out of this one, really, to be honest. So it is going to be Raman trying to send a floater in, and that's going to go. That's going to connect on the back of the net. 2-1 St. Clair. That's a start here, John.
Raman with a beautiful touch here on the top side. Beats out K-Frost. K-Frost had no idea that wheel touch was going to come in. And that does cut the lead in half, and that is so huge for St. Clair. It stops the momentum from moving forward. Like you said, it is such a big part of these best-of-3 series, and to bring this to 2-1 is definitely now doable for St. Clair. I think that should revitalize them, give them some momentum here. That's going to be a demo, though, on the backside. Going to stop them for a moment. That's going to be a shot from Kamal. No, going to be denied, and St. Clair with some offensive opportunities finally in this game coming through.
Yeah, for sure, and we do see another one there, just a little wide, and you know how many times St. Clair's been punished by the post today? It's actually been kind of unreal.
It's their nemesis.
So it is their nemesis, literally. It's like, you know, we were talking about the 4th player being the backboard. How about the 4th player being the post? The 4th goalie there, essentially, and yeah, so here we go. It's going to be the 2-1 game. 3 minutes remain on the clock, but this is in St. Clair territory. A little concerning, but Raman looking to translate this into an offensive play. Does a good job deking his opponent there for a little bit, but Matt will be there quickly to understand what's happening, and will shut that one down. Now St. Clair forced to play defense once again.
Casey Colts going for the flip reset. Doesn't get it. Kamal with a nice demo. Actually has a chance to go towards the net there, and will tie the game up at 2 apiece. Kamal scoring the second goal of the game here for St. Clair. That is so big for them. That is a beautiful demo onto Matt there. Gave himself an opportunity, and just out of the reach of the goalie there. What a shot, what a goal, and what a tie game.
Yeah, and you know what? You start down 2-0, you're down, and it's so hard to come back from that and just rebuild the momentum from that. They do regain, now with a clean slate, I'd say the momentum a little bit in favor of St. Clair here now, just from being able to answer back. It's so hype. They know that they're just keeping things going. They're keeping their plays alive, and they're really competing with the top teams here that, you know, we said it already mentioned before, like some of these teams are teams that Gold will have even struggles with playing against and actually like maybe dropping games to. So for St. Clair to be playing this well, or at least St. Clair Saints Green to be playing this well against these rosters is absolutely awesome for us to see.
Yeah, for sure. And I really like how they developed in these last couple of games. What they're tending to do, shot gonna come through, though. That's gonna be stopped somehow. Raman from the depths of the net somehow found that save after being bumped into it. What a save, and keeps this game tied. That was massive for Raman. What a save.
Yeah, there is some big plays coming through here from the Saints defensive side of things, and they're just trying to get out of the defense. They do not want the defense units out there, and so it is now going to be Raman trying to turn this into something, but he is going to miss that ball onto Matt. It's going to be K Colts there, going to take down Nitrix there with that demo, and now looking to get a clear as well, but Raman is going to be quickly here now to try to make a play out of it. Sends it up and over the defenders, trying to get the center through, but Nitrix jumping a little bit too early on that play, going to jump the gun a little too fast there. Now taking it into the St. Clair zone, it's going to be Kamal quick on the defense.
I was going to say earlier, I really like what St. Clair has developed is the fact that when they go for these centering passes, instead of going for a off the backboard play, or instead of trying to go for a pass, instead the player will go for the goalie, try and get a demo, or at least force him out of position so that the teammate following up can try and score a goal. And I really like this development that St. Clair has put. It's so much more effective than just trying to push it towards the net, and it's been so effective for them in this game and through these last couple of series. Yeah, I really like to see them push
I was
forward.
just about to say that, especially these last couple series. I think that's one of the big reasons we're seeing 2-0s now from the Saints rather than, you know, some very close nitty-gritty game threes. Honestly, I think that the Saints wish they had this kind of play style and this kind of play when they were in winners, but never mind. Matt going to find the back to net for his second. King Tornado going to be leading by 1 here now in this game with only 55 seconds remaining. This is putting a little bit of pressure on St. Clair to really come back now here and at least just find a tying goal to force an OT, but you're not in a position that you want to be in right now if you're the Saints.
That was a really smart demo from Matt, too, because he knew that a player had committed to go for that deflection, and when his teammate won the 50-50, he got the demo, and it was basically a free goal for them. Nobody going to be in net on that rotation. So really smart play there by Matt. And with 43 seconds left here, St. Clair are going to have to try and find the back of the net again. They got a few goals with some nice plays, but they're going to have to try and push the offense forward because they've been stuck in their defensive zone for quite a while here at the end of this game.
Yeah, and you don't have time to be stuck in your defensive zone. You just see on your screen right now, 30 seconds remain on the clock. So time very much so of the essence right now here for St. Clair. It is going to be taken over towards King Tornado zone, and that is going to be a nice center, but a little too speedy there off of K Colt's car. Going to be sent back over towards midfield. Now Kamal's keeping this one in the zone, but I mean, K Colt's just quick there on the response, and it's going to be St. Clair having to fight for this one now. They got to get a clear and an opportunity to score here, but with only 3 seconds and K Frost just completely disputing the ball, it's not going to make things doable, and that is going to be the time. The ball is going to be stuck on the ground, and that will be the side of King Tornado taking that game number 1 here in this one. They're really looking to kind of flip things around going forwards, but I mean, they haven't lost game 1 since winners.
7 shots for Matt in that game, too. He was an offensive force, and I was going to say, he had 2 clutch demos, too, on that last goal. That demo he got, but even on that last play, right, you saw there was a double commit forward and they got the demo on the goalie. So if somehow he doesn't get that demo and the ball chips towards the other side, St. Clair can get a tying goal and force an overtime. So Matt just playing really, really smart Rocket League right now, definitely IQing over St. Clair. And if St. Clair want to try and tie the series, they're going to have to find an answer for him.
100. I completely agree with you. And we are going to see here now K Colt's looking to play this one here from the midfield. But yeah, early goal for Saints would also be massive, I think, right now. I think they need something to just regain a little bit, something to give themselves a little bit of a cushion here just in this game early on to really help them out to find a game here in the series to at least force a game 3. Because right now, if King Tornado, all it takes is 1 game for them to win, and it's going to send St. Clair packing with no points once again, and that'd be just so devastating for St. Clair to make it so far. Spend 5 hours here today just absolutely grinding just to come up slightly short.
Yeah, it's tough. It's such a long bracket. KC Colts 81 going to find the first goal of game number 2 just a couple of seconds in. And again, just set up by Matt. Perfectly done there. St. Clair baited into going for that side. Pinches it off of the opponent's car and gives a pass to his teammate.
Yeah, you know what? Matt is playing very cracked out right now for King Tornado, and doesn't seem like he's going to get slowed down here anytime soon, and it's going to be tough because St. Clair doesn't want to have to devote a lot more resources to defending this player, knowing that it would just draw away from their offensive capabilities and other defensive players and whatnot. So it's going to be tough for St. Clair to really decide what they want to do to have to deal with Matt here now in this one, and they honestly really just are having a tough time getting out of their zone.
Yeah, it just seems like King is putting so much pressure on the offense here, and St. Clair doesn't really have a good chance of getting opportunities here. Nitrix will steer it away, but you see so many times what they have to do is either just pitch it towards midfield, pray that it goes out, and then it ends up staying, or they just have to throw it into the corner and try and get boosted and force something else to happen. So you see these repetitive saves coming through. Nitrix' chance here, not going to get the dribble, though, will be stopped in his tracks, and again, in their defensive zone, stuck here, can't seem to escape it.
Yeah, not at all. It's not even like a lot of like quality shots are coming through right now from King Tornado, or a lot of like insane pressures coming through. It's just St. Clair is just flat out having a hard time getting this one out of their zone, just finding these openings and whatnot. A good shot there, but honestly, Matt, huge save. He's been playing both sides of the ball so well.
He has been the star for King so far in this series, has looked so good for them, and definitely has been the bane of St. Clair right now. They really need to find an answer for him. It is still a 1-goal lead that they have now. Never mind, that's a 2-goal lead.
Curse.
Casey Colts finds that second goal. I apologize for the caster's curse there, but I mean, again, Matt just even not the fact that Matt didn't even hit Kamal there. He forced Kamal back into his own net meant when the shot came through, he couldn't get to that one in time, was on the reset, and King opened up a 2-0 lead, and Matt is just has his handprints all over this game.
You know what? We still have lots of time left here for St. Clair to make something happen, but I'm shaking in my boots here now, John, to say the least.
Yeah.
St. Clair, they're going to have to find a minimum of 3 goals in this game to at least just force a game 3 and keep their tournament hopes alive. It's not going to be an easy task at all, especially they just can't get any shots. Like, even last game we saw it was like 11 shots from King Tornado to 3 from St. Clair. That has to change. They just have to find a way to get out of their zone and just fire some shots away. They might not be the most quality shots, but just getting shots on net right now, I think, for St. Clair is huge.
I think key for me too is the fact that you need to stay in the offensive zone, right? You've seen so often that the ball will find its way into King's half of the field. Oh, that's going to be a shot on net. Nitrix going to cut the lead in half, going to find the back of the net there. Just a beautiful set play there, able to win their 50-50s, and that means they will take advantage of the empty net. So in the end, Nitrix with a nice tip off the side, and that is going to be some hope for St. Clair to try and come back in this series.
Yeah, that's some beautiful stuff coming right out there right now from St. Clair. It's going to be now only trailing by 1 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining on the clocks here for us. So it is going to be still needing some work to do, but that is going to shut it down for the Saints. Quickly answering back is Matt. King Tornado going to regain that 2-goal lead they had just moments ago with 2 minutes on the clock. You know what, Matt? I think this is the end of the run here right now. I don't want to call it too early or anything like that. I'm saying that St. Clair still has lots of hope here, but it's just looking like King Tornado is just a force to be reckoned with, and St. Clair is slowly falling off on that momentum kind of hype that they were on.
I like his tag too. His tag is Captain Clutch for Matt, and he has been Captain Clutch in this series, especially in that first game, but even the second one, is able to have so much impact in this one. Able to zone them out so well. Shot going to come through though. Kamal going to find a goal for St. Clair, and with 2 minutes left in this game, definitely still a lot of chance for them to come back. Nitrix, a nice play off the wall. Got that double jump actually, and does mean they will score a second goal here. So St. Clair still with some hope they can go for the reverse sweep, but they got a lot of work to do before they can do that.
Yeah, he provides himself the great opportunity and just capitalizes on it there. So minute 45 on the clock, but still another goal needing to be found for St. Clair to at least force an OT. 2 more goals needing to be found for a win here. So lots of work still needing to be done. And I just can't emphasize that enough that, they do have more momentum. They do have another goal, but King Tornado is just such a team to be reckoned with right now that St. Clair is going to have to get this out of their zone right here, right now, and I think they need to find an early goal here if they do want to win this one in regulation at least.
They got a lot of time though. They got a minute and a half, still a lot of room to work with. It is only a 1-goal lead here, definitely doable for them, but I definitely think right now you have to shut down Matt. King has just been so good with him on the board, and that is really going to be your goal, right? I definitely think all credit to the other members, but Matt has just been by and far the better player here for the side of King. And I think for me, if St. Clair can find a way to get some offensive pressure, that's where they can crack them. Because right now, they're stuck in their defensive zone. They can't get these clears out. They're just kind of passing it back to the side of King, and King just keeps getting these shots on net. So they need to calm down, take a second. It's tough with 45 seconds left and down a goal, but you need to kind of compose yourself, get some possession, and try and push this towards the offensive zone, because right now it just looks like desperation.
Yeah, 100%. So it is going to be them. Yeah, like they're just fighting around their crease for this ball, just dribbling it around back and forth and whatnot there. It is going to be an offensive play, but going to be off the post. K. Colt's going to take down Ramen there with the demo, and Matt is quick on the clear. Kamal will be here to stop it, but I think he will be contested there shortly. Yes, he will be. Colt's going to come through and find that one. 15 seconds to find one to keep their tournament hopes alive, John. I don't know if it's going to be a possibility, but we'll find out in the next 10 seconds. It's going to be coming down to this. They're going to have to play a game of keep up if they can't find this one in the next 6 seconds.
Matt going to pass it back into his own corner. Ramen going to be there, though. Shot going to go towards the middle. They have to keep it up here to keep their tournament hopes alive. Kamal going to put it towards Ramen. Rahman going to pick up his boost, going to go for it here, but double commit by 2 members of St. Clair. That is disgusting. That is it. That is over. St. Clair's tournament run is done, and King will move on here to the losers finals.
Yes, GG's all around. Got to give credit where it's due. Matt comes through clutch once again with a big game there. Not as many shots, only 1, but 5 saves from the kid there that time around. So great stuff there from King. Got to give props where it's due. St. Clair going to finish, I think, placing... Okay, there are 6 teams fighting for 2 spots. It's 4. They placed top 10. So St. Clair is going to be in here placing tied for 9th. Not bad at all. I think that's a very good spot to be in. It's a little unfortunate, though, because it's top 4 in their group to actually get points and then top 8 total. So
a little bit out of there.
Yeah. So it is going to be a little bit out of there. They just had to win this one and one more series to be able to come into that point system, but it is going to be just falling a little bit short. Good practice nonetheless, though, but I believe this is actually our last CCA Open tournament coming in action, so no more time to come back and get another one under their belt. Great stuff, though, from the Saints. I think they really showed some potential going into next semester and stuff here throughout today.
Yeah, I definitely think they fought pretty hard here, and we've seen them throughout the CCA Open. They've had very good showings. They haven't really been able to get to those point positions, but we've seen them consistently get very, very far in this losers bracket, make it to either this stage or the stage before almost every week. So for them, I definitely think looking forward, it's very encouraging because you're taking down teams like you said. You took down Kent State, which is no slouch. That's a really good Rocket League team, and you drew within an overtime of taking down Mcgill. So I definitely think looking forward, they can definitely say, okay, yes, we did end up losing, we did end up T9th, but realistically, I think their team was really, really good, and I think there was so many times here where they had such good games. They played so much consistent Rocket League, and they had a little bit of defensive trouble at times, and I think that can definitely be cleaned up. But overall, I still think they had a really good tournament.
Yes, for sure. So, with that being said, St. Clair, yep, the chemistry's looking better. The teamwork's looking a little bit better, and I think they're going to be going on to a little bit better of a run here going forwards with this next little bit. I'm very excited to see how this roster continues to play going forwards as well. So, that being said, 2-0 King, and they're going to go on to advance to play Mcgill here in this next round. And with that being said, I think we are going to be slowly wrapping things up here. Just saying thank you to our sponsors and our merchandise and whatnot there before we do wrap us up here today. So thank you to our newest sponsor. That is going to be welcoming us, Crunchyroll. You guys can get a 14-day premium trial for free at crunchyroll.com/Saints. It's essentially the Netflix of anime. If you guys are interested, any anime you could imagine of, any anime that you want to watch, going to be on Crunchyroll. You guys can get your 14-day premium trial for free, crunchyroll.com/Saints. And with that being said, thank you to our other sponsors as well, Tim Hortons, Subway, the St. Clair SRC, and the St. Clair College Alumni Association. Now, John, you're not wearing the mask today. We're not matching together.
I forgot it at home. I know. It's so sad. It's so sad, but normally I would be wearing the mask, and I really like it. Is unfortunately I left it at home. It happens. It happens. But I do want to talk about the merch anyway. You got the nice jacket on. But we got tees. We got t-shirts, we got jerseys, we got hoodies, we got crew necks, we got everything you could ask for. There's lots of stuff. Acquire.ca/Saints. Get yourself some Saints merch. It is playoff time. This is when you want to cheer the guys on, let them know how much you're supporting them, and let them know that you're here for them. You can cheer for them at home. You can get yourself a custom jersey as well, which are pretty cool. So acquire.ca/Saints. But that is going to be it. And now St. Clair done with the CCA Open. I believe they just have the NACE Challenger Series is the only tournament that's left for them to play in, at least for St. Clair Green. And I mean, overall, looking at their season, I think it's been really good. Even these CCA runs, they've looked so good. And I think looking at the next semester, I think I definitely see them going a lot further in these tournaments.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. It makes me very, very excited to see the future of this roster indeed. But that being said, our production team's got some food to go eat and stuff like that. So we got to get some food in our bellies.
By production
we got to
team,
go to the bathroom.
You, right?
Yeah. My production team, I mean, I have a burrito ready to click order on my phone right here, right now. As soon as this stream end button happens, I am clicking order on my burrito there. So very exciting stuff here. It was a long day, and it was a fun one here to capitalize off on the CCA Open Fall 2021 event. And guys, with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning into this broadcast. Thank you to the burritos. Yeah, the burritos. Honestly. I've been looking at pictures of food all day. I've been having to cast a guy named Ramen all day today, all day, trying to not eat. And
every 20 seconds, you just see ramen. You're like, oh, please, I need food somewhere, anywhere.
Yes, for sure. So, guys, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Jackson Pride Brown, joined alongside John Bill Bangs Wedema. Thank you guys so much for watching St. Clair Saints Green Rocket League. We'll catch you guys all on the next one. Have a good evening, everybody.
Has this ever happened to you? You tune in to watch Saints Gaming compete at your favorite title, but you end up missing it. Scrolling through Twitter to find results is just such a chore, and it looks like there's no easy way to find out everything you've missed. Luckily, there's a solution. Hi, Millie Bays here, and I'd like to introduce you to St. Clair's Bird's Eye View, the #1 show to keep up with everything about Saints Gaming. Get weekly recaps, see great highlights, hear exclusive interviews with players and staff, and so much more. That's Bird's Eye View, available in podcast or video form.